Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
And now it's time for America's favorite daytime fun show.
I feel like the show's gonna be great.
I think we got a show.
Oh yeah, we got a show.
We definitely got a show.
Oh yeah, there's a show.
Because this show is important.
Are you engaged to two people and want to make a choice on our show?
It's showtime.
Great show.
Did your spouse or lover leave you for a relative and you want to confront them both on our show?
Sorry about that. The show's gotten a little lowbrow.
It's showtime, baby.
All the shows will be doing it.
Thank you, America. That's our show.
What? Great, man.
Okay, it's magic time.
Well, now listen, you have a great show.
We got a great show for you today.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show.
It is Tuesday, my dudes.
It is. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios.
Yeah.
Dex and Steve-O. All being brought to you by Preston Harts, screen printing, live printing, graphic design, PrestonHart.com. Good morning, everyone. We're live on Facebook. What's up, Jarrett? What's up, Julian? Alberto? Good morning, guys. Facebook Live. Go there. Watch the show. Also, YouTube Live. Or you can stream us on the app, Star 88 FM. Go to the App Store, download it. It's beautiful. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
I'm tired.
Me too.
Actually, it seemed like I got a decent night's sleep. I went to bed at 8:30, and just maybe I got too much sleep.
Yeah.
My body's not used to it. But, yeah, we're ready to do this thing till 10. You can text in. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. If you want to hang out with us this morning, there's no excuse to not hang out with us.
No excuses, guys.
This guy went to bed early. I did not go to bed. So,
Yeah,
we're
you just
here.
stayed up all night?
Just partying.
Yeah?
Partying. No. My wife got stuck in Denver trying to get home. And so I was like, great. All of my favorite people are dying in horrible
Oh, no.
plane accidents.
What?
You know, that'd be like my thing. You know, everybody's got their shtick, their thing. I'd be like, everyone I love dies in plane crashes.
Can you imagine? How awful would that be?
I know. That's why
Your dad died in a plane crash, and then your wife
was like,
dies.
cool, bro. Thanks, Denver Snow. She was sending me photos. She was like, we're still stuck on the tarmac.
Oh, it's the worst.
Because they got him on the plane, but then they were trying to like defrost the plane because it was like the plane was snowed over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't send me these photos. She actually posted one on Instagram. I'm like, don't tell me that.
I've been in that situation before.
Snowed over, and I'm just like, come home. Please come home. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the last thing somebody, if Chrissy or anybody involved in your life, if they were on a plane and it was bad conditions or you thought you were going to die, it'd be the last person that I would send the information to would be you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No bueno.
Steve-O's dad died in a plane crash when he was a young child.
I was a child, guys.
That's
I was a child.
He doesn't like planes.
Speaking of childhood, though, there's one thing my dad did that was amazing. Raised me on all of the right things. Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Gremlins, Ghostbusters, you name it. The 80s, alive.
Yeah?
Transformers, He-Man. Yesterday, I had a chance to catch a screening of Ready Player One. I am telling you guys.
This is the Oasis.
Oh my gosh!
It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
It comes out on Thursday.
People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do, but they stay because of all the things they can be.
It is incredible
I can't believe I
on
didn't go.
every level. I can't believe you didn't either. I'm telling you right now.
I would have fell asleep, man. I was so tired, I would have fell asleep. I knew I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it.
I just don't know if you could have. It's overwhelmingly good. I'm freaking out.
I
just
fell
thinking
asleep
about
during
it.
Jumanji.
Okay, maybe then. Maybe.
I was so tired, I fell asleep at Jumanji. I fell asleep at Star Wars.
That's okay. You know what? You're right. Touche. You would have fallen asleep.
Those stupid recliner seats get me every time.
I'll tell you guys, I took all 3 Jeter boys with me because, you know, Chrissy's in Denver. And I'm like, great, I don't have a babysitter. And it was hilarious because we had media passes +1. And so I had it worked out like, oh, no probs. I'll take 1 kid. Heidi will take 1 kid. Dex will take 1 kid. Everybody's getting in the movie theater. And we're on the freeway. We're like almost to the Windrock Theater. And then I get the text. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm really tired. And I was like, oh,
I'm sorry.
And Luke goes, does that mean we don't get to go to the movie? And I'm like, oh, heck no, bro. That just means you get to watch your dad work.
Yeah, this movie, if you don't know anything about it, it's about it's set in the future, 2045, and I guess the world is on the brink of chaos and collapse.
Real life, like if it paints a really dismal picture of society, and I'm like, yep,
That's where we're headed?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Society's pretty terrible.
It's accurate
We've
portrayal.
wasted all of our resources. It's disgusting, and most everybody is living in trash. Like, it's just because nobody wants to face consequences for anything. Nobody wants to wake up to the fact that we all did this. So there was this world invented called the Oasis by this brilliant man who just wanted people to be able to explore and go places and live in this world that
it's a virtual
is beyond
world.
your wildest dreams. And so he creates this place called
It's
the
like
Oasis.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, seriously. And so by the year 2045, the earth is in ruin, and most people live in this alternate reality, basically.
Think about
This
it, though.
Virtual world.
You're absolutely right, because we're headed that direction because we already are doing that.
Yeah.
Because we check out as far as entertainment, Netflix, we binge watch.
Oh, just staring at our phones.
Staring at our phones. We're on track because I'm telling you, I've been saying this for a while. Virtual reality is going to blow up here pretty soon. As soon as it's affordable and everybody can have it in their homes, it's going to be insane. Because the first time I put on one of those headsets, I was completely blown away.
You're just
you were
immersed
too.
in it. I was too.
You are launched into another world.
Yeah, dude.
And I can't even imagine if things get to, like, it looks in the trailer that I've seen, holy cow, I would not want to live on Earth. I would want to be in the virtual world.
And that's what most people do. Most people do not live in the real world. They live in virtual reality. And you see what it does. And I don't want to ruin it, but I will say, absolutely fantastic. It was great because I ended up... I took all 3 boys, and Brody's our movie review guy, my 5-year-old Brody. He reviews movies with us, so I pretended like he was basically you.
Yeah.
I said, this is our Dex. He's the talent. He does the movie reviews with us. And so they said, all right, that's cool. We're gonna need your review after the movie, though. And
what did Brody say?
like, okay.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
What did he say?
So afterwards, I'm like, don't forget. So, like, the whole time I'm prepping, I'm going, dude, this is like a movie review for the morning show, okay? So I need you to pay attention. Think about the things you love. Think about why you loved those things. Think about the things you didn't like. There was nothing he didn't like. He loved it.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. And it was really cool because the guy's like taking everybody afterwards, you know, the studio people, they're like writing down quotes from the media. And then Brody comes up and he just gets down on a knee and he's like, all right, Brody. What did you think? And he just, oh man,
Went off.
Yeah,
That's cool.
we'll have a movie review of Ready Player One with Brody later in the week. But guys, there's no embargo, so I'm like, I can talk away. Comes out Thursday. I took my kids.
We should probably get Brody on this morning so it's fresh in his mind, though,
I mean,
right?
that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. We could do that.
I think we should.
I will say, if you've taken your kids if your kids have seen movies like the X-Men series, the Avengers series, because originally I wasn't going to take Brody because it said for, older kids, but so does like Pacific Rim and movies like that.
Yeah.
And those are the movies that he is into, that he wants to see. And I've read the book. It's rated PG-13. There's none nudity, none sexual content whatsoever. There's video game violence. There's no blood of any kind. And there's one use of the F word. So.
Yeah, we always say, parents, you should watch it first, and then you decide.
I think normally, and we do that typically, but last night it was like, I knew that I knew because I had read the book. And I will say, if you've read the book, there's actually a segment in the book that is pretty atheistic. There's this whole moment that talks about why there can't be a God.
Yeah.
And that is all stripped away. This movie is fun. It was directed by Steven Spielberg. The book was a love letter to the 80s and Steven Spielberg. And man.
Soundtrack pretty cool?
Soundtrack's
I bet.
Could be the best part of the movie. The soundtrack's so
I can't wait.
I could geek out the whole show today on this movie because I need to see it like 10 more times to catch all of the 80s Easter eggs.
Yeah.
If you're a child of the 80s, you have to see this.
Yep.
Oh, you have to!
Can't wait.
Ready Player One. And shout out to Warner Brothers. Huge thanks to them for getting us that screener really early.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
you guys can call in. Phone lines open. 505-58. Oh, wait, that's a lot of it. 505-338-3700. I got to focus here. You can text in at 505-585-LIVE. And you guys can also call and leave voicemails. We'll check those voicemails here in just a little bit. You can say whatever you want on the live line. Give it a call. We got a big show today. It's Quality Tam Tuesday. Our boy Buck said he might be stopping in sometime this morning.
that's right. I forgot.
Buck and Dex reunited once again. What else we got on the show this morning? The secret to happiness is what?
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality. You nailed it. Number one answer. No, that's not it.
I mean, somebody did say we're basically contributing to that demise of the future because we've got everybody staring at their phones watching the morning invasion.
Yeah, I know. We're a part of it. We are a part of it, man. And there's no stopping it. There is no stopping that train. I'm telling you. Yeah, we'll talk about the secret to happiness, what we believe is the secret to happiness, and what, I don't know, the study says is the secret to happiness. Alice Cooper, he had a pretty cool article that came out recently on how his faith saved him from an early death. He said, quote, "Nothing in Christianity says I can't be a rock star." So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about a manslet.
A what?
A manslet.
What is that?
It's a bracelet for men.
Can't you just call it a bracelet?
No, it's a manslet.
Okay.
I posted on my personal Facebook page, I posted a little poll up there whether or not guys would wear it or if ladies would buy that for their man. So we'll see what those results are when we talk about manslet. And I posted a picture of it too. And we'll talk about 101 dishes that changed America. Hot dogs. Changed America.
Dude, speaking of changes, I mentioned Ready Player One for a second, and people are chiming in left and right who have read the book. I do want to say something. It is a total departure. It is mostly different than the book.
Really?
Yes. Basic idea. They changed so much.
Yeah.
To make it accessible for film.
That's kind of what they do, right? I mean,
but I mean total departure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, totally different. I had no idea. And it's really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
I've read the book and I loved it. But this is yes. Yep.
In a world of pure imagination.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm going after the show, guys. No, I'm not.
It's not out till
Darn
Thursday.
it.
You're not.
I'm not at all.
We'll go. I'm gonna see. I'm not being funny. This is why I have Movie Pass. I'm seeing this movie every day for the next month.
Did you hear what Movie Pass did?
Oh no.
They dropped their prices for new members. It's now like $6.99 a month.
Jerks.
Yeah.
You turned my mic off.
Oh, my bad.
You laughed so hard you turned my mic off.
Oh, man. I saw that and I was just chuckling. Yeah.
Well, great.
Yep. All right. What else we got going on here? Let's kick off the show. I had a good news story here that we can do about this elderly couple that they're pretty cute. They're 92 and 80 years old. And
whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Robbing the cradle.
When you're that old, let's face it, you're either really grumpy and tired or you're just living life, man, because any day you could go, right? Some people at 92 or 80 are in pretty good physical shape. They can get around. They're out there dating. They're just doing their thing, man, right? Well, this couple, they were out speed dating. You ever done the speed dating back in the day before you met Chrissy?
No, dude.
Oh, it was the
I
thing
hated
to
regular
do.
dating. Why would I?
Speed dating, man. I've never done speed dating ever. I've seen it on TV. I think they had like a TV show about speed dating once, and it was kind of funny because people would all sit together like they would rotate.
Ugh.
So you'd have a couple sitting at a table, and then you'd hang out for 5 minutes, and then like a buzzer would go off, and then they'd switch.
But what if you were into that person?
I don't know. I don't know how it all works and how you get back to the person you want, or at the end you get to choose. I'm not sure how it works, but
gosh.
Speed dating turns 20 this year. The first event happened at a coffee shop in Beverly Hills back in 1998. And now it's got 2 new fans who prove it's never too late to fall in love. Renee and Miles. They met at a speed dating event in Atlanta back in October. And it only took them 4 minutes to hit it off. After that, Miles called and asked her out to dinner. So they went out a few more times. Now they're an item. They're about 5 months in and going strong. Now, the reason we're talking about it is because they're not your typical speed daters. Renee is 80 years old and Miles is 92.
Dang, dude. There's none speed in their relationship.
Oh, yeah. No, you just hold on. The speed dating event was at a retirement home.
Okay.
And everyone was between 75 and 96. I want to be there to watch that happen. Speed dating at a retirement home?
That's weird.
That's a show.
It's like they hit the buzzer, ding, and get up.
That's a show, man.
Walking over. 2 minutes out of your 4 minutes that you have with the person is wasted on you trying to stand up and sit back down.
It's true. Yeah. They just did a big interview about it with the Atlanta Journal Constitution. I guess after they met, they started going out to dinner a lot and realized they liked the same things. They had a lot in common. Miles uses OpenTable.com for their reservations. Pretty hip for a 92-year-old, just saying. They also talk on the phone at least twice a day, and they hit a movie every now and then. And they just got back from a 7-day cruise through the Caribbean. That's what I'm talking about.
That's pretty amazing.
80 years old and 92. Who says love is dead after 50? Who says that? Huh?
I've never heard that, actually. Did you? Who said? People said that?
Yeah.
I didn't know people said that.
Oh.
I've never heard that. After 50, huh? My mom's like 70 and she just got married.
That's a good call.
No?
That's a good call.
Her and Joe are like peas in a pod.
Yeah?
Hey, yeah, they're super into each other. Yeah.
Well, they're still in that honeymoon stage.
I
When
mean,
does that end?
I don't know.
A year?
I mean, according to your
Honeymoon
friends,
over in a
they
year?
said after 50, it doesn't matter.
That's a good call.
You need new friends.
I need new friends.
Gosh.
Well, here they are talking about it.
I'm 72 plus.
Okay.
Tell me the truth. I'm 72 plus.
Yeah, but how plus?
Plus. How old are you?
80.
80.
And he's afraid to say it. Tell him.
92 and a half.
I met Miles at the senior speed dating. I was sitting at table number 3, and it was his turn to come to table number 3. And we talked, and you had a piece of paper in front of you, and if you say you sort of liked the guy and he liked you, you put a little mark there, and at the end, they so we each liked each other, and they gave us their phone numbers.
I have the dumbest grin watching these two.
Yeah, we're watching them on video, and they are the cutest couple you'll ever see.
And then
I'm like getting teary-eyed.
Kept calling, and I kept going out with him, and we just started to do it on a weekend basis because he lives in East Cobb, and I lived in Alpharetta, and it was a few miles distance.
They look good for their age,
They
man.
do.
He looks pretty good, 92. He's
easily, and
good
we
shape.
enjoyed each other's company. We liked the same things. He loved to have nice restaurants, and I love to go to nice restaurants.
I love that. That's the cutest thing ever.
They look adorable.
Right?
Okay.
Oh.
Pat and Cruz has said Miles has got some miles on him. Am I right?
That's right.
Am I right? Gosh.
Yeah, I want to. God, we should do this, Steve-O. Come on. Let's set up speed dating at retirement homes.
What?
Yeah.
It's like our shtick.
That'll be our thing. We could make that into a show. How cool would that be?
I mean,
you know, all those people, they need something to do. Speed dating.
Will we need good insurance? Because, like, are we liable if we try to get them to keep moving and one of them slips a disc or, like, falls and breaks
we'll
a
have
hip
to have
or
them
something?
sign a waiver for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
but
a lot of movement for old people.
That's true. That's true. I don't know, man. I think we're onto something. That's a show waiting to happen. Because that was the cutest thing ever.
That actually was.
Yeah. And then you got the grumpy old guy that, you know, he's just bitter at life. He's going to come in and he's just going to train wreck the whole speeding date experience. He's going to be talking to some sweet old lady and he's just going to be bitter. Or his false teeth are going to fall out.
Wow.
Now, man, can you imagine? I'd watch that all the time.
I would too.
Come on. We got to make it happen.
It'll be called speed dating. Because dating, I got nothing.
Oh,
speed dating.
Guys. What?
Because it's like dating, but it's like aiding. 80.
Like 80?
Yeah.
Like 80 years
it's like
old?
Speed dating.
No, that's the worst thing you've ever said. That is.
It's like a D and an 80 and a G. Speed. It doesn't get better the more I say it.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't get better.
Oh my gosh. That's the worst thing you've ever said.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. No, that's bad.
We could do another show. It's like a spinoff of Speed Dating. It'll be Speed Daties, and everybody's from like the
Speed to the 80s.
Speed Daties.
Yeah,
and you have to like come in your like cool 80s gear, and that's all you can talk about. Like the music in the background, you got like Oingo Boingo. That's a different show. That's called Speed Dating.
Okay, you know you're done. You're done. Look these guys up if you haven't. Look them up. Renee and Miles. Speed dating. Just put that in, and you got to watch them.
Yeah.
They are the cutest couple ever. All right, we got to take a break. 505-585-ALIVE. You can text into the show. We're also on Facebook Live and YouTube. Morning, Patrick, Sam, Jarrett. All right, we got a round of headlines. We got voicemails to check. All coming up from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios.
I'm Daniel, and it's time to get in the techno. We've all heard the joke, if I die, clear my internet browser history. Well, ignoring the social context, it's actually not a terrible idea if you're taking your computer to Best Buy's Geek Squad for service. The Electronic Frontier Foundation Digital Rights Group has sued the FBI via the Freedom of Information Act and learned that the Federal Bureau of Investigation had been paying employees in Best Buy's Geek Squad to act as informants and turn over information about illegal content on computers in for service. Best Buy defends themselves by saying, "We have a moral and, in more than 20 states, illegal obligation to report these findings to law enforcement. We share this policy with our customers in writing before we begin any repair." Not that any of us should have anything to hide, but you might think twice before allowing a stranger unfettered access to your personal data. I'm Daniel, and now you're in the Techno on Star 88.
J. Vernon McGee said, "We either crucify or crown Jesus by our lives." That's the Solar Flare on Star 88.
Look at us, stuck in a rut. I don't care. It's a snare, trapping us down with the dirt and the leaves. I can see inside the sun, through the trees, lighting the earth, evergreen, only with you near me. Lift me up when I go, wipe the sweat from my brow. Losing fights on my own, I can rely on you. Don't expect no I can comprehend all that I get. What have I ever done to rely on you? Pick me up, brush all the dust from my face, staring straight into a love sought for so long. Different shapes I expect, simpler still in all my dreams, settling so perfectly in front of me. Lift me up when I go, wipe the sweat from my brow. Losing fights on my own, I can rely on you. Don't expect no I can comprehend all that I get. What have I ever done to rely on you? Lift me up when I go, wipe the sweat from my brow. Losing fights on my own, I can rely on you. Don't expect no I can comprehend all that I get. What have I ever done to rely on you?
Stephen Furtick makes it come alive in this Star PowerPoint.
I have a feeling that when God really wants to use somebody in a great way, just like they took the olives to make the oil that went in the lamps, that went in the tabernacle, so that they could burn in the presence of the Lord, had to be hand pressed, so that there would be no pulp in the lamp that would cause the light not to burn as brightly or as long. I have a feeling that God does to the life that he really wants to handpick, what they would do to those olives, and he hand presses the life to get the oil to flow from the purest place. That's what the grind is for, to get out my pride. That's what the grind is for, to get out my self-reliance. That's what the grind is for, to get out my superiority If God would have given it to me too early, I would have thought I was better. But now I can say, I don't even deserve to be what you're calling me.
That's a PowerPoint on Star 88.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The Dow seeing its third largest point gain in history.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average up more than 669 points at 24,202. The Nasdaq Composite up 227 points at 7220. The S&P 500 up 70 points, 2658. Just to give you a glimpse into how big these moves are, the Dow and the S&P up about 2.8%. The Nasdaq up 3.2%.
A federal judge in Orlando rejected a defense motion for a mistrial in the case of Noor Salman. She's the widow of Pulse nightclub massacre shooter Omar Mateen, on trial for knowing what he was up to, allegedly, and not doing anything to stop him. Her lawyers argue prosecutors didn't divulge key evidence, including that Mateen's father was an informant for the FBI. But the judge said that did not harm his defense.
A senior U.S. administration official said the U.S. stands ready to cooperate to build a better relationship with Russia, but this can only happen with a change in the Russian government's behavior.
A dozen other Western nations expelled more than 100 suspected spies masquerading as diplomats.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Morning Facebook Live, morning YouTube, Star 88 FM. Go watch us.
Singing like Brody. He never knows any of the words.
Brody, we're going to track you down this morning so you can review Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro.
Is that going to happen?
Oh, yeah, bro. It's going to happen.
Steve-O watched Ready Player One. There was a sneak last night. He watched him with the kids. You excited, Brody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Jessica listening all the way from my hometown, Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas.
It's been a while. Glad I found y'all again.
Boom. Ignited.
Yes. I haven't heard that in
I know, right?
a long time.
You got to bring that one back. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do a broadcast from my hometown, yo.
From Lubbock?
From
I
Lubbock.
don't want to go to Lubbock. What's in Lubbock? Come on.
You're the worst. I mean, we're going to Dallas. We could just drive back, stop off and... No?
It's a long drive, man.
It's not that long.
Good.
I took that drive last year.
What is it, 12 hours, 15 hours?
Wait, to what? To Dallas?
Dallas to back to Albuquerque.
10, maybe.
10 to Dallas from here?
Yeah, dude.
You're crazy, dude. You're crazy.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like 5 to Lubbock.
That's right, guys. We're going to be hanging out in Dallas, Texas in June for Harvest.
Harvest America. It's not Harvest America. It's Harvest America because we're in
Harvest
Dallas.
America.
Harvest America.
We're going to be broadcasting live on over 500 radio stations all over the country. Right there, Dallas Stadium.
AT&T.
Jerry World.
Yeah. Good old
We're going to
Jerry
be
World.
there. So all you Cowboy fans, you're jelly right now. I know you are. You're so jelly.
You're Jerry right now.
You're so Jerry right now.
Are you kidding me? I'm amped. I'm not even a boys fan.
Yeah, that would be really cool. How many people
I
fit
shouldn't
into
say
that stadium?
I still
Over
like the
100,000
Cowboys.
people? Like
Yeah,
120,000?
120.
Yeah, we're going to be hanging out. Chris Tomlin's going to be there.
It's going to be good.
We'll be interviewing a bunch of the artists and just hanging out in the locker room where all the football players get
That's true.
ready for the
I
game.
keep forgetting that it's different this year. We're not
Yeah.
going to be up in the broadcast booth. We're going to be in the locker room.
in the locker room.
Gosh.
How great is that?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have their names on all the little lockers. And That'll be pretty cool, right?
Oh, yeah. Although last time we were in a football stadium, it was in the off season. They didn't have their names on the locker. So
yeah.
and it is in June. They don't
probably
go
do
back
that on
to
purpose.
They don't go back to what, August, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're excited about that. But we're also excited because it's the Easter invasion this Sunday morning. We're going to be out starting at 6:30 a.m. at UNM Stadium. We do it every year. It's Easter sunrise service. We have special guest Sarah Reeves leading worship with battle drums. We have Pastor Skip Heitzig bringing you a message of hope. And we're just going to be doing our thing. If you've never done a sunrise service, you guys get the family together. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Come on down. Invite your friends.
Come with Steve and you'll see.
In a world of purification.
That's so cute.
We're going to start it with 5 random facts.
And now it's time for
Random
Facts. 1, 2, 3, 5.
You know, I'm always terrified of my loved ones dying in plane crashes, probably because when I was 6 years old, that's exactly how my dad went out.
He did.
He was flying a plane by himself.
Blaze of glory.
Making terrible decisions. And he died.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, I guess it could be worse. I could be afraid of my loved ones hanging out at airports dying. Because did you know? Plane exhaust fumes kill more people every year than plane crashes.
I heard that the homes that live next to airports, they're more likely to. You're more likely to get cancer if you live close to an airport.
That's great.
Yeah. Move if you live next to the airport.
Number 2, Kraft mac and cheese came out in 1937 during the Great Depression, and it was an instant hit because it could serve a family of 4 for 19 cents.
Yep. Now they're expensive, man. They're like 89 cents.
Dude, you got to do the cheesy mac. We used to get those, and then we'd double it up, and then we'd get even cheese sticks, man. You just start throwing cheese in there, and you're like, bro, this is the cheesy mac, man. Check it out. Hey, put that Sublime back on, man. All right, some cheesy mac.
It. Stop it.
Number 3, when you look down at your phone, the amount of pressure on your spine is the equivalent of putting a 60-pound weight on your neck. So if you do it an hour a day, that seriously adds up. And may cause you serious problems down the line. So now you gotta start looking at your phone like this. I have to finish texting my boy Trent out in Tejas. Hold on.
Oh, that's crazy, man. It's big. It's a 60-pound weight on your neck. So if you do it an hour a day, yeah, that's some serious problem.
This has been today's edition of
Got through 3.
Random facts.
Got through 3.
And I got
wasted a little time on the airplane thing. And on the phone thing, texting my friend Trent. I never get to see him.
Yeah.
One of my oldest friends.
Did you see Will Smith? He has a YouTube channel.
Really?
It's awesome. He was on
Don't
Fallon.
tell people that now. We want him to stay on our channel.
I'm sorry. He was on Fallon last night, and he walked in, and he had the harness on with his camera, his GoPro, and it made me think about, the whole pressure on the neck thing. Because I'm like, maybe that's the thing. We need the harness.
We need
and we'll
the
just have our
harness.
phones right here at all times, so we're not constantly looking down.
Yeah.
But guys, Will Smith is so funny on Instagram and YouTube.
Well,
You should
yeah.
go subscribe.
Oh, yeah. I follow him on Instagram.
Oh, man. Wait till you see his YouTube channel.
Great.
He's amazing. Drones, camera crews.
Great.
He basically just puts a GoPro on and just does life.
I still have 2 more random facts. I got 2 more. 2 more. In the 1800s, there was an Eskimo custom when a stranger would enter the village. He and one of the locals would slap each other as hard as possible until one gave up.
We should do that every morning.
It's called chicken. Eskimo chicken.
What if we did it with our hands and not our faces? So we slap each other as hard until one gives up.
On the hand?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, God, that really hurts. Yeah. I refuse to give up.
Yeah.
Okay, give up.
Yes! I won! Holy cow, my hand is on fire.
You idiot.
Woo! Are you awake, though? I'm awake. We should do that every morning.
We're gonna have bruised hands. Yeah, dude, you hit my wrist on one of them. You didn't hit my hand. I was like, I got this. It's just going numb. It's just, you hit my wrist, you jerk, with your little small hands.
Kids, don't try that at home.
Sausage fingers.
Don't try that at home. I got these little sausage links.
Yeah, dude. So, I should be able to, smack it. Look at how red my hand is. Look at that. Comparatively.
It tingles.
Yeah. Gosh, that was the stupidest idea. I loved every second of
Can you
it.
imagine doing that
Look
to
at that.
each other's face?
Yeah.
Have you seen those slap competitions?
Where they just slap
Yeah,
each
instead
other?
of a punch, it's a slap.
Oh, man.
And so you do that. You know, one person slaps you in the face, and then you do it till someone gets knocked out.
Till someone gets knocked out.
Or they're just done. YouTube that. That's good. That's good stuff. Kids, don't try that at home.
Yeah.
Man, my hand just keeps tingling.
Yeah.
I'm the hand slapping champion.
And number 5. Michael Jordan still earns approximately $60 million a year from his Nike endorsement. $60 million a year. More than any athlete who's currently playing any sport.
This has been today's edition of
Random. Facts.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hanes, man. Hanes.
What?
That's what he does. Hanes. Hanes underwear.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and probably Gatorade, right? And,
Yeah, but
and
that
then
was
his
literally
shoes.
his Nike endorsement.
I know, but I'm trying to think of all the endorsements. He's got Hanes. He's got. Did he do Gatorade?
He did.
He's got his shoes. He's got Nike. Man, that's crazy. So what is it with all of his endorsements?
Right.
Ugh.
Don't even want to know. Don't even want to know. Baseball season starts on Thursday.
Oh my God! It just ended.
I caught a couple spring training games when the family was out in Arizona visiting my mom. Got to see the Texas Rangers take on the Angels. Hey, and the Seattle Mariners take on the Angels because go Halos. Well, it's going off this week. Hey, when we're in Dallas, the Rangers are playing the Astros, defending world champions. Come on.
No.
Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me?
Fine, I'll go.
Oh, you're going to go because that ballpark is doing something that no other ballpark is doing this year. The old ballpark in Arlington has announced their weird baseball food this year, and I don't know whether to be grossed out or really grossed out.
Talk to me.
The Texas Rangers are contenders for the craziest new baseball food. When the season opens, they're selling a pickle corn dog.
Ah, pickle corn dog.
It's a pickle that's hollowed out that they put a hot dog inside and then cover the whole thing with batter. And you know what? They just won me over.
You know what?
It's a pickle corn dog.
I'm in.
I thought it was just going to be a pickle that was battered, but they actually hollow out a pickle, a giant dill
That
pickle.
looks pretty good.
And put a hot dog inside it, and then they turn it into a corn dog.
I'm in. Let's go.
It's called the dilly dog.
The dilly dog, guys.
It's a dill pickle cored and stuffed with the hot dog, then deep fried. We're going to be dead.
Baseball stuff! Baseball stuff!
Yeah, we're going to be dead.
I don't know, man. Pickles are pretty healthy for you.
Go Halos. The dilly dog.
I think that would be pretty good because it gives you kind of like that. I mean, it's the dill pickle, so it's not sweet, but I would prefer a sweet
and
pickle.
a corn dog at the same time.
That might be good, man.
I mean, because the Chicago dog's got like that strip of pickle in it, so it's like,
oof. I think that'd be tasty.
But how does the batter stay crunchy and crispy and good? That's the best part of the corn dog is the like really good crunchy. I feel like the pickle would moisten it up. I love that word, moist. Moisten it up. Moisten it up.
Moisten it up.
Is it going to be as crunchy as all the other hot dogs?
I don't know, man. I guess we're going to have to find out. We're going to have to try the
Jorel
dilly dog.
says, I'm sold. Give me that pickle corn dog.
Yeah, man.
Winnie is completely grossed out, but she lives across the pond in the UK where they serve bland food.
Yeah. You have no idea what you're in for
It's
when
an
you come to
explosion
America.
of flavor in your mouth, Winnie.
There's so much that happens with food over here. That's why we're all fat.
Kim's got a point. They already have deep fried pickles at Buffalo Wild Wings. Like you've had deep fried pickles,
but
before.
throw a hot dog in there.
A hot dog in the mix, man.
Throw a corn dog
Just saying.
and a pickle together. Can't even, guys. Can't even control it anymore.
You know what? Winnie's correct. They have fish and chips, and fish and chips is one of my absolute favorite meals.
Fish and chips?
Don't you knock fish and chips.
That's like basic level stuff.
No. Growing up, my mom used to take me to this exquisite restaurant where they had fish and chips. So I always...
Long John Silver's?
Maybe. But the little crunchies in the bottom... Loves me some fish and chips. You got that tartar sauce, man. You
The
get
tartar?
like, malt vinegar. Just not enough. I am so hungry. Why am I so hungry? It is 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oof.
Moving on. I got to move on or else I'm going to gnaw my arm off. A woman attacked her ex-best friend's new best friend at a PTA meeting and got into a shootout with the cops.
Guys, you have to stick around for this story.
Okay. Apparently, middle school never ends. There is a 41-year-old woman named Lori Gishinshaha. She lives in Staten Island, New York, and it's all making sense now. She recently had a falling out with her best friend. Well, Lori's ex-best friend went and got herself a new best friend, and apparently that made Lori jealous and furious.
Oh, no.
So when all three women were at a PTA meeting at, wait for it, their kid's Catholic school.
Oh, no.
Lori ran up to her ex-best friend's new best friend and started choking her.
Oh, my gosh.
The cops showed up and they arrested Lori.
Oh, Lori.
But that wasn't the end of it. Less than 24 hours later, she went to her ex-best friend's house, threw a brick through the window, and went inside with a gun.
Lori!
It was a starter pistol that only fires blanks, but still, menacing threat. The cops showed up and said that Lori pointed the gun at them, so they fired 5 shots and hit her in the shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
She was taken to the hospital and is facing several charges, not the least of which being a really bad friend.
That's a good call. That is a bad friend.
Gosh! Have you ever had a falling out?
Oh, yeah.
Events that led to an officer
like-
shooting a
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll show you the bullet wound, bro.
woman on Staten Island.
News 4's Ken Bufa has been tracking this all day long, this investigation. He's live in Grimes Hill with more. Ken?
Talk to me, Ken. Ken? You there? Ken?
And police tell us some of those events include a choking, a house getting broken into, and also a shooting that happened right behind me, where you can see investigators are still working. Police say Lori Janasha's crime spree began at the Academy of St. Dorothy's in Grassmere last night, when officers say Janasha choked a parent at a PTA meeting.
Okay.
Then today, around 12:15, police responded to a dispute and possible shots fired at Janasha's mother-in-law's house on Nugent Avenue.
People screaming and fighting.
Police say when
Steve-O,
Listen.
bring it back. Talk about jealousy for a second. What does the Bible say about jealousy?
Oh, dude.
What does it say?
Jealousy is bad. Okay.
Let me tell you a story, guys. There was a man, not a man, an angel named Lucifer. Lucifer was jealous. He wanted to be God. Well, God kicked him out, took a third of the angels with him. Lucifer lives here on earth. We call him Satan. Satan's jealous.
Gosh, you suck at bringing this back
He's
around.
jealous of your relationship with God. Jealousy started. How many years ago was it? How many years ago was it?
How many years ago did jealousy start?
Yeah, when did Satan get kicked out?
I
What
mean,
year was it when he got kicked out? What year was that?
Oh, sorry, AD 0.
Was it 80?
I mean, BC 0. Oh, man. Yeah.
Look it up, guys. It's a great story.
Proverb says a heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. That girl rotted everything, not just the bone. I mean, it was like she was rotten to the core.
Yeah, have you ever been in a situation where, you're hanging out with a friend, you guys are besties, and then all of a sudden, things change, and then you noticed, my best friend is now hanging out with this other person, and I miss them, and I want her back, or him back.
Yeah, no, definitely him. He moved to Nashville because you showed up.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to throw a brick through your window.
Oh.
If you had a window.
Oh. Wait, if anybody should be jealous, it should be Teo, because we're together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're like best friends now.
Yeah. Don't
Why
tell
would you
anybody
throw a
else
brick
that.
through my window? because I told
Oh, yeah, you're the new best friend.
Because Taya would have left you anyways, even if I wasn't here.
That's true.
How awful would that be? If I wasn't here to be by your side. Think about how lonely it would be.
Can't imagine why that friendship went away.
Wow.
That girl is crazy. However, I mean, that's the kind of girl you want to have your back.
That's a good call.
She'll throw a brick through the window for you, man.
She'll take a bullet for you.
I mean, but only a starter pistol, you know, like. No, she took a real bullet from the cops. That's right. This is crazy.
Good morning, everybody.
Guys, jealousy is bad.
It is bad.
Proverb says, anger is cruel and fury overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? I mean, it just eats at your soul.
Heck yeah, man. Drop that jelly, man. Drop that jelly right now.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. Good morning, everybody. You guys can be a part of the show. Text in 505-585-LIVE. We're also live on YouTube and Facebook. Morning, Carl. Morning, Winifred.
Oh, Winnie.
That's one crazy friend. Yeah, it is. All right, when we come back, we'll check the live line. Got a few voicemails to check. You guys can call it 505-585-LIVE. We'll be right back from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios.
2,000 years ago, Jesus suffered and died on a Roman cross. His body was buried in a tomb and guarded by armed soldiers. The circumstances seemed hopeless, but God. All of us experience times of desperation, but as James Montgomery Boyce said, if you understand these two words, but God, they will save your soul. If you recall them daily and live by them, they will transform your life completely. Join me Easter Sunday at 7:30 a.m. as we celebrate history's greatest but God moment, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We'll enjoy music from Battle Drums Worship with special guest Sarah Reeves. And I'll present a hope-filled message about how you can experience life change. I'll see you there.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
So we understand that God is light. It's what he's surrounded by. Wherever he is, there is light, but light isn't God. We don't worship the sun as though we're God. That's pantheism. We're not worshiping a created thing because God is light, but light isn't God. He's not less than light, but he's also more than light. I'm teaching some theology. Is that okay? Do you mind it a little bit? So we understand God by understanding that he is light. And where he shines his light, darkness doesn't stand a chance. For all you have to do to drive out the darkness is to turn on the light. And that's why Eleanor Roosevelt was so smart to say that we don't defeat darkness by yelling at it. We defeat darkness by turning on a candle, by lighting a candle, by lighting up a source of light. For where there is light, there cannot be any darkness. For darkness is simply the absence of light. Therefore, by definition, where light has been turned on, darkness has been turned off.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com. On the air and in your face.
But lovingly so.
This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
All right, let's jump into some headlines.
For all of you panic-stricken and paranoid over the safety of your online shenanigans, I've got some terrible news. There are so many password breaches and companies getting hacked, it's pretty well impossible to keep up at this point. But there are companies like Facebook that basically just don't care if someone steals your information.
Yeah, Facebook.
So let's say hackers or Russians or data mining firms do get their hands on your information. Here's why they do it. A content marketing agency called Fractal just studied what your logins and personal info sell for on the black market.
Oh, wow. How much
also
can I
known
get
as
for
the
it?
dark web, by the way. It's the dark web.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's like the seedy underbelly. Your Gmail password?
Okay.
Worth $1. So if they hack and steal 1 million passwords.
See? I get a couple bucks. I got a couple of Gmails that I use.
Your Facebook information, $5.20.
What?
Per person. This is why hackers get in and like mass steal things. Your Uber account, for some reason, $7.
You get $7 for your Uber account? Why do you get more than Facebook?
I don't know. It gets worse. Grubhub, $9.
What's Grubhub?
Grubhub, it's like one of those online things, and you can like order food through it, and like Grubhub.
Okay.
Never done that?
I've never done Grubhub.
Never Grubhub?
No, never done it.
So say you're like leaving church and you're like, you know what sounds good? Because like Calvary's over here off Jefferson, but I live on the west side, so I know that it's going to be like a 20-minute drive from here towards Paseo. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit up old Dion's. Not that, I mean, they don't use Grubhub, but it'd be like that. Large pizza, this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. Boop! And then they start making it. So that by the time you get there, there it is.
Oh.
It's already paid for through your account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just fast, easy, simple.
Awesome.
Other than calling. Like,
PayPal. Say a Russian hacker gets your PayPal account. That goes on the black market for $247.
Are you kidding me? So these companies out there like Facebook right now, have you been reading about that?
Yeah, dude.
Do you think Facebook is selling off a lot of the information and they're getting $5 every
I think
person?
That's crazy illegal and no. However, I think that they're turning a blind eye to everybody else hacking in and stealing everything. Because how much money would that cost to up their security and do things and be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Come on, Zuckerberg. Where are you?
Okay. He's sleeping on a bed made entirely of hundies. Not undies, hundies, $100 bills. Sorry. Gotta differentiate.
Hold on a second. I just got this message on my Facebook page. Hold on.
And now, an important message from Facebook regarding the safety and security of your personal information. Recently, you may have heard that hundreds of millions of Facebook users are likely to have had their private information harvested by companies who plan on using it without their permission.
That's right.
Which is why Facebook is immediately instituting the following policy changes. From now on, when third-party companies ask Facebook for your personal information, they'll be required to say, "Pretty please." Not only that, they'll have to correctly hum the theme song from the popular 90s sitcom Friends while riding a unicycle backwards. We're kidding, of course. We're going to give away your personal information no matter what anybody says or does, because, hey, we're Facebook, and we've been making a nice living off your misplaced trust since 2004. So until next time, America, see ya, suckers.
Oh. Apparently, United Airlines, they are the worst at PR because they either do one extreme or the other. Let's be honest, in recent weeks, we've talked about United Airlines, and it hasn't gone well.
Yeah.
They killed a puppy. They, like, hurt people.
Yeah. They made a lady flush her hamster.
They've gotten some of the worst press of any company in the past year. They dragged that dude off the plane.
Right?
And again, they killed a woman's dog. They forced it into the overhead compartment. That was the worst story, I think. A gate at an international airport in D.C. made sure they would not have a PR nightmare this last week. A woman named Allison Priest was on an overbooked United flight from D.C. to Austin, Texas, and they asked for volunteers to give up their seats. No one did. So Allison got bumped because she'd paid the lowest fare for her flight.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize they could just do that.
Gosh.
So she sat there arguing with the gate agents, and one of them was like, let's sweeten this deal so that there's no PR nightmare.
Yeah.
They gave her a $10,000 voucher.
A $10,000
and a
voucher?
seat on the next flight to Austin as compensation.
Are you kidding?
She obviously took the deal. In fact, she was quoted as saying, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty pumped. End quote.
That's amazing. 10 grand?
So here's the deal. The lesson here is try and find the cheapest like flight that you can at all these weird like third-party airline things. Make sure it's a really popular flight so it gets overbooked and you get bumped by United, and then argue until they give you 5 figures of free flights. $10,000.
I would love to be in the meeting with that gate agent and the manager when the manager finds out that she gave a $10,000
$10,000.
Listen, I just, was just trying to avoid a PR nightmare. All right? $10,000. My bad. That's really funny.
Our girl Cynthia chimed in and said, guys, I'm flying for my first time ever this weekend. And all I've been hearing are these crazy stories lately. I'm so nervous. Listen, just don't let them put your dog in the overhead compartment.
Well, hey.
Don't bring a hamster with you.
You don't have to worry about that now, man, because United actually has a new pet policy.
In light of recent and unfortunate events, United Airlines is proud to announce the following policy changes. Effective immediately, all pets traveling with United Airlines will now be allowed to ride inside the plane.
Nice.
Additionally, from now on, it will be unlawful for United Airlines personnel to force small pets and animals to pull the beverage cart. And finally, starting 2 weeks from Thursday, the use of whips and cattle prods will be reserved exclusively for passengers. Thanks for listening, and remember to fly the friendly skies, but only if you have an extremely high tolerance for irony.
As long as they're not doing it to pets, I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Weathered away through a couple of bad months, and
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
Good morning. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Thanks for joining us from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Join us on Sunday morning. We are invading UNM Stadium for Easter sunrise service. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Make plans. Take your family. Invite your friends. We kick things off at 6:30. Service starts at 7:30, though. We're just going to be down there broadcasting live and hanging out with you guys until service starts. Special guest Sarah Reeves going to be leading worship with battle drums. Pastor Skip Heitzig bringing you a message of hope. Don't miss it, guys. Easter Invasion. Good morning, Facebook Live. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the show, guys. You can watch us right now on either channel. Go subscribe. 505-585-LIVE. You can text into the show, and you can also call the live line. We haven't checked the voicemails this morning.
Next message. The Morning Invasion on Star 88, where radio hosts risk losing their jobs on a daily basis.
Good call. That is true. Yep. We lose our job on a daily basis. That's true.
Next message.
Hey, this is Martha. You know, in the morning when they're carrying on and kidding around, and it makes me laugh or actually scream sometimes, it can get me out of a bad mood and put my framework, my mindset just right.
Aww.
Thanks to the morning show. I really love listening to you guys. Bye.
How sweet is Martha?
I love Martha.
You're a sweetheart.
Bye.
She's from all Mississippi.
Yeah. That's cool.
Next message.
Hi, I just wanted to say how much I love Star 88 and what it means to me. And I go in the bathroom and you didn't flush. You leave that monstrosity in the toilet.
What?
I was trying to be nice, put out a whole bunch of Reader's Digests.
Oh, my
For
gosh.
you to just spend your time in there and you don't have the common courtesy to flush. What's wrong with you? That's why I like Star 88.
Bill Peterson. My favorite. You kidding me?
You need to move, man.
I need to move out of my parents' house.
Or just
big
be
time.
kinder and gentler.
That's why I like Star 88.
Whatever, Bill. That never happened, guys. Yeah, so this was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I go into my bathroom, okay? It's my bathroom, by the way. And there's Reader's Digest. There's 5 Reader's Digest on the back of the toilet. Have you ever read a Reader's Digest?
No, dude.
Yeah. Nobody's ever. If we lived in the 50s and the 60s, yeah, people read Reader's Digest,
you know
right?
what? I'm going to be real.
Yeah? Did you used to read them?
My mom totally used to put
course.
those in there. And I totally read some stories.
She had a subscription. Everybody had a subscription. If you were a mom or a dad in the 70s and 80s, you had a subscription to Reader's Digest.
It was my original phone. Because now it's the phone that keeps me sitting for 15 minutes,
Right.
even though I really just had to pee. That or the fact that I don't want to have to deal with the children.
Yeah. So I was going to the store.
I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you know. I was going to the store yesterday with Bill, and he goes, so what do you think of the Reader's Digest? And because I haven't mentioned the Reader's Digest, because when I saw them about a month ago on the back of my toilet, I was thinking, oh my gosh, Bill is so old. That guy's so old. He actually thinks that I'm going to read the Reader's Digest.
How many have you read?
All of them.
Yeah!
Kinda hoping that. And I was looking through them, and there's actually some pretty good topics in them.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I know!
And on the front page, it shows you like all the different topics that they discuss in each Reader's Digest. And but I just kind of thought maybe he thought I'd use it for show material or something.
Right.
No, it was a prank. He was doing it as a prank.
Oh.
But
he was doing it as a prank?
Yeah, it was.
Wait, how is that a prank?
I don't know.
That's kind.
He just thought it'd be funny.
He cared about your well-being while you were on the John.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
He talk about
He's a
some weird
weirdo.
things.
He's a weirdo.
So that's why I like Star 88.
Just kidding, Bill. I love you. Kay's home. She returned. She's been gone for a couple weeks. Good to have Kay home.
Remember the Stormy Chimer said it was always handy to have those perfectly sized magazines in the bathroom when you ran out of TP as well. Is that why they're that size? They're the only magazine that size.
That's funny. That's funny, guys. 505-585-LIVE. You guys can not only text, but you guys can call it. Leave a voicemail. Let's see. Readers. Let's see if there's got to be a readersdigest.com, right? Or it's rd.com. Okay, let's see what the topic.
Oh, dude, things in your home that can cause cancer?
Oh my gosh.
This is how they get you.
Do we want to look at that?
I know.
I'm clicking on it, guys.
Oh no.
A couch can give you cancer?
What? How, Reader's Digest? Tell me more.
Oh my gosh. TDCIPP.
Huh? Yeah, you know me. You down with TDCIPP?
So apparently sofas and mattresses and other cushioned furniture are treated with TDCIPP, a flame retardant known to cause cancer. TDCIPP was used so frequently prior to 2013 that a study at Duke University found it in the blood of everyone they tested.
Okay.
It's also one of 10 chemicals most frequently found in household dust, according to this study.
Great, dude. I dusted this weekend because Chrissy was gone, so I wanted the house to look nice for when she came home.
You're going to get cancer.
Cancer, guys! I got cancer trying to be a good husband. It's the last time I ever dust.
Well, what can we do? What can I do? What can I do to not get TDCIPP?
Yeah, help me, Reader's Digest.
Consider replacing cushioned furniture you purchased prior to 2013. I bet you that old couch that you have.
It's not an old couch. That's a new couch. It's a new couch. Although Chrissy's
couch
parents trying to give us cancer, they just gave us 2 recliners.
Next time somebody tries to give you an old couch, you look at them and say, "What are you trying to do? Give me cancer?" Huh? Thank you, Reader's Digest. I don't know why I did
Wait, that's
not.
just one thing. They said there's 15 things in our home.
Oh, there are 15 things.
I need
Next.
I need one more.
Next.
Or 14 more.
Your curtains and carpets can give you cancer?
Oh, see, Reader's Digest, man. This is why Elvis died on the toilet. He just started getting so nervous about all of the bad things that he was reading.
Carcinogens, man.
What?
Cadmium is a carcinogenic byproduct of cigarette smoke. If you smoke in your house...
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Nobody smokes.
Nobody smokes anymore.
What is this, 1963? Nobody smokes in their house.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Your leather recliner will give you cancer.
Yeah, but what if you aren't rich enough to have a leather recliner? You just, because who has enough money to buy leather? Am I right?
I used to have a leather.
You had a leather recliner?
I love leather recliners.
Do you stick to it in the summer?
Yes. You sweat.
Ugh.
And it's like, you get off of it.
Oh,
All right,
man.
Next, let's go to the next one. Your garden. Your garden is giving people cancer?
We have gardens. We have all the gardens.
Oh, it's all about these carcinogens, man. Dioxin forms as a chemical byproduct and ends up in your soil and water.
Great.
It's in the dust on shelves, the dirt on floors, the residue on veggies. Your risk of cancer from dioxin exposure may be greater than 1 in 1,000.
Is this why all of the visitors from the other side of the pond wear those weird masks?
Yes.
Did you see how I was trying to be PC about that?
Yes.
All of the visitors from the other side of the pond.
That was good, man.
Well, I mean, you don't want to single out it.
Apparently, your old fridge can give you cancer.
No! Your old fridge? Who keeps an old fridge?
According to cancer.org,
okay.
Carcinogenic PCBs can turn up in old appliances, fluorescent lighting fixtures, and electrical transformers. While no longer commercially produced in the United States, PCBs are still manufactured and used in developing countries. Okay, you know what? Next. Get out of here. Your cleaning products. Yeah, chemicals, bro. Yeah, everybody knows that.
Give me something else, Reader's Digest.
Your closets. Your closets. It's all about these carcinogens.
Okay.
Yep, next.
No. Give me something weird.
Vinyl flooring and mini blinds. No.
Okay, no. Although TJ does sell those things, so he's slinging cancer.
Your favorite chicken and rice dinner? According to Reader's Digest, everyone knows arsenic is poisonous.
Well, duh.
But in smaller doses, it's also carcinogenic. Yet you can find it in foods you probably eat regularly, including chicken, rice, and certain fruit juices, as well as in degreasing products.
They're just fear-mongering at
dyes,
this point.
furniture wax, glues, lubricants, nylon, and paints. Get out of here, Reader's Digest.
They're just making stuff up.
The insulation. I remember being a kid, and I remember the first time I saw a whole pile of insulation.
Oh, dude, and you
I
jumped into
in
it?
there,
Yep.
and I
Did
thought I was
every
going to
kid do
die.
that? Yep. Yep.
Every kid did that.
And now you have cancer.
I have cancer. Your styrofoam cups. Yep, I've heard about this. Also, guys, if you if you buy the plastic cups, at the store, like the red Solo cups, don't wash those. Don't wash them.
Why would you ever want? What? Like,
I'm just saying, some people
throw them away.
I've been at people's homes and they wash them.
They keep the styrofoam cups?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's why you buy them. So you don't have to do dishes. You just throw them away.
Also, plasticware and stuff you can put in the microwave, don't do that either. Because it releases some sort of toxins.
Oh, yeah.
The chemicals
That's how, guys, this is how Sheryl Crow got cancer. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
I'm being totally serious.
For real?
I'm not being funny
From a
right
red
now.
Solo cup?
No, dude, from a water bottle. So she drinks water from a water bottle.
What?
If you leave it in your car, right, the sun heats up the chemicals in the plastic and whoop, into the water, drank it, got cancer.
No way.
I'm not being funny right now. I'm being totally serious. Look it up. She's become like an advocate for that. So don't leave water bottles in your car, especially like little plasticky water bottles.
No
The
way.
sun bakes them, and then there's chemicals in there that like get into the water,
Didn't
and then you're like, oh, I'm going to hydrate myself with cancer.
Did she get breast cancer? Is that what she had?
I think so.
Yeah.
Dudes can still get that, bro. Don't drink from hot water bottles in the car.
Man.
Trying to save your life.
15 things in your home. Can we go into a new topic? I feel like we should do a new topic.
We need something positive.
Yeah.
So far, everything's killing us.
Everything's killing us.
Killing us soft.
That was the very first thing on rd.com, readersdigest.com.
If you're just joining us, Dex's father, Bill Peterson, left some Reader's Digest on the toilet, and nobody's read Reader's Digest since, the 90s.
I'm looking at some of these topics, though, and I kind of like this website. I might might start reading these books.
Oh, look, 10 printable Easter cards and gift tags everyone will love.
That's stupid.
Thanks, RD.
11 things you need to know about or before buying essential oils.
Okay. What if you already buy essential oils because your wife slings it like a dealer?
15 things allergists really want you to know this spring. Allergies are
to
really
not
bad.
go outside. I hate my allergies are murdering my face this year.
25 ways eating sugar is making you sick.
Everybody
Good
knows
job,
that.
RD.
Okay.
8 secret signs your marriage is headed for divorce.
Oh, snap.
Oh!
Why are you clicking on this?
Let's click on this one.
Okay. Number 1.
Let's see what they have to say about this. You disagree about whether to have kids. Okay. You disagree about having kids.
We've already had kids.
Should we have kids?
No,
I don't know. I kind of want them.
That's a dumb one.
You're spending less and less time together. Is that happening?
It's because kids, bro.
Do you guys take separate vacations?
Chrissy was in Boston, and then I was, wow.
You're not putting in the work to improve your marriage.
Oh, dude.
Got to put the work in.
Work.
Your lack of respect for one another.
No, it's not. No.
RESPCT.
Yeah.
Your partner is a serial cheater. What does that mean?
That means
multiple women?
No, that means you bought Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles because your spouse said Fruit Loops is my favorite, and you're like, well, Fruity Pebbles is my favorite, so that's your cereal, this is my cereal. And then one morning you don't go downstairs and you find your spouse eating your box.
Are you
of cereal.
serious?
Yeah.
It's like Netflix cheating.
Yeah, cheating on their original cereal, eating yours,
Unbelievable.
and you're like, bro, if you wanted some of my Fruit Loops, you should have just got 2 boxes of Fruit Loops. But you didn't. You got Cinnamon Toast Crunch because you said, oh, I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But now you're just eating all my Fruit Loops.
Is this real life?
It is real
Apparently,
life, children.
Reader's Digest says it is. You're no longer intimate.
What is that word? What is that word?
What?
Intimate. I don't.
Is that what I said?
Intimate. I don't understand.
You know what?
Could you use it in a sentence?
You get out of here. You argue about the same things over and over.
This sounds like us.
You know what? Good job, RD. Good job. I happen to be a professional when it comes to cheaters because of Cheaters Hotel back in the day. I know. Those are all top signs right there. I bet they used to listen to Cheaters Hotel.
Any positives on Reader's Digest, or are they just making everybody like terrified to go
10 myths
outside?
about hydration you need to stop believing right now.
No, see, these are all...
The 6 most dangerous times for your heart.
No.
8 things your hair is definitely trying to tell you about your health.
Oh, dude, I got crazy hair.
You could use more SPF protection.
No,
You're
I'm
eating
good
too
with
much
that.
junk food.
No, definitely not.
Your perfectionism is getting out of control. Your hair tells you all this?
Yeah.
You're prone to dental issues?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
If you actually read the article and not just the headline guy, maybe you'd understand any of those.
Why aren't we looking at Reader's Digest every morning?
We're
for
going
material?
to. From now on, guys, Reader's Digest topic of the day.
I'm serious, man. They got a section called True Stories.
Yeah.
Love stories, inspiring, amazing survival.
Yeah, but you
They
didn't
got
do that.
jokes.
You did cancer stories. Come on, man.
They have a joke category.
I want a Reader's Digest joke.
Here we go. Knock,
ahead.
knock.
Who's there?
I'll say
who?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They say who? Who? You know what, Reader's Digest? You're pretty funny. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Art.
R2.
R2D2, of course. Ah! That was dumb.
You're 50% right now, dude.
How about funny one-liners?
Okay.
Okay? Funny
Okay.
one-liners. The world tongue twister champion just got arrested. I hear they're going to give him a really tough sentence. Ow! Reader's Digest. Bill, thank you. Here's another one. I own the world's worst thesaurus. Not only is it awful, it's awful. All right, that's a good category. They got free online games. They got shops. They got contests. They have culture.
Did you start working for them? Like, what is happening?
I'm endorsed,
You're
guys.
straight slinging.
They got
Reader's
dog
Digest.
jokes. Look at all these. They
I'm
got
gonna
dad
start calling
jokes.
you Dolores. It's a morning invasion with Dolores and Steve-O.
What do dogs do after they finish obedience school?
What?
They get their masters. These are so amazing. Good job, RD. RD. They got so many. This is my new RD.com, guys. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? And it's all because Bill Peterson put 5 Reader's Digest on my toilet.
Amazing.
Just saying. I'm gonna start reading that bad boy.
Aaron says it sounds like BuzzFeed for the elderly.
It does, right? Yeah.
Which is funny, because originally it would have just been BuzzFeed for the 80s. Like,
Right?
that's where everybody looked back in the day. It was Reader's Digest, bro.
Yep.
Man.
8 math lessons you'll actually end up using in real life.
Oh, see, I need to know that because so far, mostly, what do we use math for?
Oh, man.
I mean, we're supposed to use math on our show because we normally take a break when it's the second half of the clock says a 2 and like an 8 or like a 2 and a 9 maybe, but we're already up in the 3s.
Wow.
I know.
Here's 50 things $1 will get you around the world.
Dude, let's go.
Philippines, you can get a foot massage for $1.
For $1?
For $1
Moving to
in
the Philippines.
You can get a gallon of gas in Venezuela.
For $1?
For $1?
Okay.
You can get a sausage roll in Australia for $1.
No, that's pretty weak.
Hong Kong, you can get a trip to mainland China.
Dope.
You can get a bowl of noodles in Thailand for $1.
Going the wrong direction.
Loaf of bread in Iraq.
Nope.
10 cups of chai in India. Slice of pizza in New York City for $1.
That's real.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That size?
Yeah.
Really? $1?
Yeah, dude.
That's Costco prices. 40 quail eggs in Vietnam for $1? Holy cow. A McDonald's slushie in Australia for $1? A dozen eggs in Pakistan? That's crazy. You can get 7 minutes of downtown parking in LA for $1. Huh. 5 bananas in Honduras. All right, I'm out. Telling you guys. I think we do a new segment every day. The RD segment.
Somebody says Reader's Digest sounds like they gather up all the clickbait posts on Facebook and turned it into a magazine.
They totally did. How long has Reader's Digest been around?
I don't know.
Because I think it's been around since I'd say the 40s.
Yeah.
It had to have been.
Here's another one. Member of the Starmy asked, how do you keep a dummy in suspense?
How? Oh my gosh, guys. It was founded in 1920. Whoa! The magazine was founded in 1920 by DeWitt Wallace and Lilabella Wallace.
That was everyone's Facebook. That was everyone's Google. That was everyone's everything before.
Yeah. No, it's true, right?
It's crazy.
My grandparents always had Reader's Digest everywhere.
And everyone believed everything Reader's Digest said.
Yep.
That's how Sam Swan got all of his dumb jokes.
Yeah.
All the dad jokes. Reader's Digest.
Remember the TV Guide?
Oh, yeah.
TV Guide.
Yeah.
My grandparents always had a TV Guide. I was always scrolling through the TV Guide.
I would just do the crossword because I knew all of those because it was always entertainment questions.
Mm-hmm. The TV Guide.
Y'all don't even know.
Are newspapers still around? Not for long. That's for sure.
Whatever. People have been saying that about everything since like the 80s.
Yeah. As soon as the people that are like 80 years old die off, it's done.
No way.
That's who gets the newspaper. If you're 80 and up, that's their demo.
That's what everybody says.
That's their demo.
I like the newspaper. Why not?
You still read the newspaper? When's the last time you read the newspaper? See? Yeah. Why would you read the newspaper? Yeah, see? RD.com, guys. That's a pretty cool website. It was a lot of fun. All right, we got the secret to happiness. Well, I mean, we'll tell you what we think the secret to happiness is, but there was a study, and they said they found the secret to happiness. I don't know. You guys can text in 505-585-LIVE. We're also over there on Facebook Live. Seth, what's up, brah? Aaron, Shannon, good morning.
You seen those memes of the most ambitious crossover ever, and it's like Avengers Infinity War, and then people are mocking it with like the crazy crossovers from childhood, like Family Matters and Full House? I've got an incredible story of a real-life, quote, crossover that changed the life for one kid.
Ooh.
And I cannot wait to share this.
Are we going to get Brody on this morning to do a review of Ready Player One?
Went and saw Ready Player One last night, guys, and we will have Brody's review coming up.
Which four do you like?
Oh, man.
We're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Loyalty and love. Without them, no relationship can deepen and survive.
It's love and trust. Love and trust. Those are the two ingredients essential for any personal relationship. If you violate love, the relationship disintegrates. If you violate trust, the relationship disintegrates.
Hotspot. Relating to God is not based on fear. Quite the opposite, as Skip points out.
This relationship with God is based on love, based on trust. And this relationship is a relationship that is deeply satisfying beyond words.
Find Skip's full teaching library through the Bible at connectwithskip.com. Finally, here's a sign from Jesus that points to real love.
You say you love the Lord. How do you know you love Him? What's the proof that you would love Him? Obey His commands. That's exactly what Jesus said.
Love is a choice, and that decision is the heartbeat of Christian faith.
The essence of Christian joy is when you choose to love Jesus and you choose to trust Him.
Hotspot.
Max Lucado reminds us that God meets our daily needs daily, not weekly or annually. He will give you what you need when it's needed. A solar flare on Star 88.
tasted hopelessness. I know what heartache is, but somehow through all of it, your love remains. I've lived through brokenness, feeling faceless, but I'm not anonymous. You know my name. Your word is a light unto my feet. Your love is my identity. All that matters is you make all things new. There's no disaster that you cannot undo. This world will fade and life will change. All of this is true, but all that matters is that I matter to you. You've counted every breath, each hair upon my head. You know exactly who I am and will always. So I stand with confidence on all your promises. Your love is evidence. You know my name. All that matters is you make all things new. There's no disaster that you cannot undo. This world will fade and life will change. All of this is true, but all that matters is that I matter. Yeah. All that matters is your love will never fade. All that matters is you're for me for always. All that matters is your love will never fade. All that matters is you're for me for always. Your word is a light unto my feet. Your love is my identity. All that matters is you make all things new. There's no disaster that you cannot undo. This world will fade and life will change. All of this is true, but all that matters is that I matter to you. All that all that matters is your love will never fade. All that matters is you're for me for always. All that matters is your love will never fade. All that matters is you're for me for always.
Here's Chris Hodges with a challenge to live a reproducing spiritual life.
You know, we sing songs. I want to be more like Jesus. Oh, I just want to be like Jesus. Well, if you really want to be like Jesus, let me tell you what Jesus' life was like. His public ministry wasn't that effective. In fact, the Bible says more times than not that when he taught, the crowd went away confused at what he was talking about. No clue. No clue. So the disciples pulled him off to the side and said, what did that mean? What in the world were you talking about? And the Bible says, not the crowd, but to the disciples only did he explain the parable. And he would teach them, and he sat down with them. So he had public ministry. It's important just to touch everybody to do it. But the real crux of his ministry was those 12 disciples. He gave his life to pour his life into those men. And every one of us are a direct result of how those men touch other men who taught other men. Wouldn't you love to know, like, which one you're a descendant of? I mean, I actually thought that one day. I wonder which disciple talked to somebody and finally got to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's Chris Hodges and a Star 88 PowerPoint.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The Dow seeing its third largest point gain in history.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average up more than 669 points at 24,202. The Nasdaq Composite up 227 points at 7220. The S&P 500 up 70 points, 2658. Just to give you a glimpse into how big these moves are, the Dow and the S&P up about 2.8%. The NASDAQ up 3.2%.
A federal judge in Orlando rejected a defense motion for a mistrial in the case of Noor Salman. She's the widow of Pulse nightclub massacre shooter Omar Mateen, on trial for knowing what he was up to, allegedly, and not doing anything to stop him. Her lawyers argue prosecutors didn't divulge key evidence, including that Mateen's father was an informant for the FBI. But the judge said that did not harm his defense.
A senior U.S. administration official said the U.S. stands ready to cooperate to build a better relationship with Russia, but this can only happen with a change in the Russian government's behavior.
A dozen other Western nations expelled more than 100 suspected spies masquerading as diplomats.
Good morning. Dex and Steve-O, live from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Phone lines open, 505-338-3700. You can text the live line at 505-585-LIVE. Go watch us on Facebook Live and YouTube. But go subscribe to our channel. Have we hit 1,000 yet on YouTube?
That's a great question. I mean, to be fair, we were away.
We're pretty close. We need
come on, math.
137.
Nice.
Did I hit it?
Yeah.
137 more. Go there, subscribe to our channel so we can hit 1,000, guys. Go share it with everybody. Star 88. YouTube.com/Star88. Okay. Brody's going to be on the show here shortly, hopefully, to talk about Ready Player One. Steve-O got to go watch the advanced screening last night. And if you were a child of the 80s,
yeah,
this
or
is going to be the movie for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw, even in the trailer, like the characters from Overwatch.
Yep. So there's a lot of, dude, shout out to Ryan who just subscribed to our channel. Thank you.
What's up, Ryan?
There's a lot in there. A lot in there. Even up to the current generation, they put Easter eggs in there for everyone. My boys, 14, 12, and then Brody's 5. All of them still got something out of it.
That's cool.
It's so good, guys.
Can't wait to hear about it, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Also, a huge shout out. Our girl Anna in Las Cruces chimes in regularly on the live line. She is amazing, and she just chimed in to say, today is my birthday. I'm 70 years old.
70?
I can't believe it. God has been so good to me. You made my birthday morning special. Thanks for the laughter. We love you down in Las Cruces, Anna. She chimes in regularly. She's
fact
amazing.
that she's 70 and she's texting into the show is remarkable.
Why? Why? Because you're saying she's like too old for technology?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Most 70-year-olds.
I think my mom is like 70, bro.
She texts?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. My dad doesn't.
Yeah, but your dad's just old school and thinks the government's chasing him.
It's true. Yep. He's scared that Obama's still going to take away his guns. Yeah. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just a reminder, pray for my dad as well. He just got out of the hospital. Excuse me. He had colitis.
Oof.
Yeah, he had an infection in his intestines.
Gosh, what is that? It's like going, my father-in-law yesterday, Harold, he had surgery yesterday.
Oh,
he was
really?
in the hospital.
Is he all right?
Yes. He is doing much better now.
Jeez.
Had to cut some stuff out of him.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No kidding?
Mm-hmm. It was, major surgery. Major, yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, before we jump into the secret to happiness, you found a pretty cool story about a couple superheroes.
I loves me some superheroes. It's funny. I'm like minorly distracted because I'm talking to one of my close friends about the superhero known as Jesus, because I contend that he's not. He's fully man, right? So there are dudes that I love, and one of them is probably because of that status. His name is Chris Evans. He plays Captain America, and one of the reasons I love Captain America is he's not necessarily a superhero. He's got that super soldier serum within him, but he's still fully a dude, right? But he just chooses to do the right thing, and that's it. It's a choice.
Yeah.
We know Jesus, before he went to the cross, wasn't super stoked on the plan and was like, dude, if there is any other way to go about this, like, any way? But in the end, it's like, not my will, but your will be done. Like, Jesus was sweating blood, bro, like freaking out going, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But he endured it for every single one of us. And I think it came down to that. It was the choice. It was the decision. He did the right thing. Well, my boy Cap, he tends to do the right thing. Team Cap, all the way, air day. And once again, he's in the headlines for just being a good dude. Two of the biggest superheroes in the universe answered a call for help. A Fox News anchor, Shannon Bream, sent out a tweet that said, "Need your help, Twitterverse, trying to help a young boy who is dying. He probably just has days. And all he wants is a greeting from one of the Avengers. If you have a celeb connection, please let me know. Otherwise, could you help out with the retweet? Thank you in advance." That was her tweet. And very quickly, my boy Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
The one and only Chris Evans responded with a simple happy to. DM me. Shortly thereafter, Ryan Reynolds.
No way.
Tweeted her and said, "I'm more of a reserve Avenger, but happy to help. DM me."
Oh, man.
And Paul Bettany, who is known as playing, he was the voice of Jarvis in the Iron Man series, now plays Vision, said, "I'm the purple one. DM me."
That's
so
cool.
3 Avengers answered that call on social media, and later on Sunday, Fox anchor Shannon Bream tweeted an update thanking the Marvel actors and saying that major progress has been made because of you. So, it's not all bad on social media. Yay! It can be good.
It can be good.
This isn't the first time that Chris Evans has done something amazing. We talked about this back when the Patriots played the Seattle Seahawks. Chris Evans is a huge Patriots fan, and Chris Pratt, who plays Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, is a huge Seattle Seahawks fan, and they had a bet going on who's going to win, the Super Bowl, and the loser had to don their outfit and go to, a children's hospital and this and that. And Chris Evans, we know, lost said bet because the Seahawks won that one. And Evans donned his Captain America outfit, brought along Chris Pratt to visit the Seattle Children's Hospital.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I'm wrong about that. Didn't the Patriots crush Seattle? I can't remember now.
No.
He did it anyways.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
No, yeah.
They both went to the Children's Hospital, making good. Not only, dude, I'm such a dumb. Of course, Seattle got, yes. Patriots won. He still went anyways, was why it was so cool. Because he went as Captain America anyways to Seattle, and then Chris Pratt in turn went to a children's hospital in Boston dressed as Star-Lord. The coolest part is they both love helping children so much, they kept their costumes from the movies so that they could sneak over to children's hospitals dressed as their... Come on!
That's a superhero right there. That's a real-life superhero.
Gosh, sorry, guys. I don't care about the Patriots or Seattle. I was so wrong. But I remembered it correctly in the end.
Yeah, you did.
And that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
That was 2017? Patriots beat...
That was... No. That was like, what, 2015?
Oh.
You can tell we really, really care about the Super Bowl. Really, really care about the Super Bowl.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff, man. Yeah. You know what? Hey, you don't have to have superpowers to be a superhero.
Somebody said, whoa. Batman is just a man. Jesus is a superhero.
No, that's true. Because he was fully man, but he was also fully God. So, I mean, the guy could walk on water. Can you walk on water?
I can't walk on water.
Can you turn water into wine?
I can't turn water into wine.
Oh, you can't.
I see what you're saying.
Can you make a blind man see?
And that's what my friend Trent
think
said.
so.
He contended that maybe he was like, he's like a Jedi X-Man because he could manipulate water, walking on it, changing its composition altogether into wine. And I'm like, wow, this is a pretty serious conversation about what kind of superhero he was.
Can you fly off into the sky?
But here's
after
the other
leaving
thing,
the disciples? I didn't think so.
Okay. But you got to remember, he was still fully man, which is why, like, I love all of those moments in Scripture where you see the humanity of it, because God chose to come down. Like, Jesus left. It says he left. I mean, he left his place in heaven and was like, all right, I'm sacrificing all this for y'all.
I'm gonna save the world.
And so you see those moments, like, it all began with the question of whether or not it was possible for him to have doubt. right? Like if he had self-doubt, would that be blasphemy because he's like doubting God? And it was like, but he's fully man, and he had those moments.
Yeah.
So, dude, I mean, I think another reason why Scripture talks about like in your anger don't sin, because there are moments where you saw Jesus angry. I mean, he was fully man.
Yeah.
Or hungry or tired. He had to rest because he was still a dude.
He cried.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Man. Anyways. There you
Well,
go. I think that's why I was always drawn to the superhero genre.
No, I mean that's
You know what I mean?
it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves that that hero, that epic story, you know? A story of redemption. And let's face it, people love to be happy. Isn't that kind of the goal in life, is just to be happy? I mean, I would imagine that most people, if you ask them, like, what do you want out of life? I just want to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, are we talking like happiness, or are we talking joy here? I mean,
Happiness.
The pursuit of happiness.
Happiness.
Fine. Let's go with your word.
Happiness, guys.
It's a wrong word, but
What makes you happy, man?
what makes me happy? Family? Since we're just using that term happy, family makes me happy.
Family? Okay.
Brody.
All right. Brody makes you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love my family.
All right.
Comic books make me happy. Since we're just talking happiness, I mean,
Yeah,
if we're
yeah,
just
yeah.
going like surface level, like not
Yeah.
that deep contentment like in Christ.
Right.
We're not talking about joy here.
Yeah.
We're just talking like that flippant happy word.
Well, you're wrong.
Wrong.
Okay, fine.
Family doesn't make you happy.
Oh.
No. Well, at least according to this new study,
Oh.
research at the University of Oslo in Norway studied more than 100,000 people, and they found that the secret to happiness...
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. No. Is using the internet every day.
I think that is sucking the life out of us.
They studied more than 100,000 people, and they found that the secret to happiness is using the internet every day. It's especially true as you get older. They found that people who went online every day got over their midlife crisis faster, felt more connected to the world and their friends, and felt like they had enough information to make better life decisions. Now, obviously, the study basically contradicts a bunch of other studies
Right.
and conventional wisdom that says the internet, and especially social media, are really bumming us all
Yeah,
out.
I was going to say, it doesn't make you happy because you go on Facebook and you see everybody else's happy life, and then you hate yours because you're a comparison dude, and comparison is the thief of joy.
Well, why did these researchers find something different? They say, we're not sure, but their best guess is that they took a bigger picture look at the internet. Like, someone's Facebook post may bum you out, but in general, not having the internet at all would make your life significantly worse.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
There are good uses for it.
Yep.
I mean, connecting with friends through whether it is Facebook or social media, somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, that's cool. We just read a really great story about some real-life superheroes named Chris Evans and Ryan Reynolds and Paul Bettany, and it was because of the internet that somebody was able to get a hold of them so they could go to the children's hospital and like grant this kid a final wish. Come on.
Right. Now, on that same note with the two superheroes that decided to be selfless.
Yeah.
You know, well, what does the Bible say about happiness? And I would say being generous would be a key to happiness.
Yeah, because if you were stingy and just hoarding everything, when you lose that, because you're gonna
lose it
in one way or another. Man, you have that tight grip on something, and it goes away. Oh,
for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
Look at you throwing out the big guns
and having food and clothing. Content. 1 Timothy 6:6-7.
Hey, well done.
Another key, do not compare yourself to others.
Right. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Steve wants to be just like me.
I mean, I do a lot of times.
I tell him every day.
You grow a way better beard.
I'm the only Dex.
You are. There's only one Dexter.
That's right.
Unless you're at the Peterson's house, in which case there's actually two, because
Darn it.
one's the dog.
You're right.
One's the
You're
human.
right.
There's only one human Dexter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, but then there's Michael C. Hall, who played Dexter for a
Yes.
bunch of seasons on Showtime. So that's, which by the way, that spinoff is a lie. It's going around social media right now, making people happy, but it's not real.
Okay.
It's a fake meme about an upcoming spinoff for Dexter. It's not real, guys.
Also, it says, hey, you want to live a long life on Earth? You want to enjoy your life on Earth? Obey your father and mother. Honor them.
What if your dad's dead?
Honor your mother.
Okay.
Those are some keys, guys. If you want to be happy. And I agree with all of that. I mean, that's...
Well, that's good because it's
so
biblical.
True. So true. I agree with all of it. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. Happiness, guys. What makes you happy? Is it the internet? I mean, I think about my Wi-Fi gets shut off. Woo! Tough life, man. 505-585-LIVE. You can text into the show. Also, phone lines are open at 505-338-3700. All right, we still got a review, a movie review from Brody Parker. Ready Player One. The Jeter family, they saw it last night. We'll do some more headlines. Quality Time Tuesday. We're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang on.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
I read about a minister who had a reputation for doing eccentric things. And one Sunday morning, he told his congregation that he had come to believe in his heart that their church was dead, and he invited them back for the evening service, at which time he planned to preach the funeral service. And the people came to church that night, and to their amazement, as they walked in the auditorium, there was a casket. The casket was closed. The pastor got up and he preached a scathing sermon against death in the members of the church. And he talked about the importance of the Word of God and the Holy Spirit and how they had denied the truth and they weren't living righteous life. And he said, because of that, this church is dead. When he finished his sermon, he said, I don't think some of you really believe me. And therefore, when I'm finished, we're going to open the casket, and I'd like for you to file by and examine the remains.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
If it's true that God's Word is living and active, how do you put it to work right now? James McDonald believes it's up to you. So listen up.
And everywhere where justice is not faithfully administered, that's injustice. It's a big problem. Some of you have had very painful experiences, even in your family and among loved ones. The problem with injustice is not a someday problem. Someday, God is going to balance the books of justice. Hebrews 9:27 says that it is appointed unto man once to die, and after this comes judgment. No one in eternity will be saying, well, what about that? And God's going to deal with everything.
That's Listen Up from James McDonald. You can learn more about cultivating your relationship with God by going to jamesmcdonald.com. Listen Up is a production of Walk in the Word.
A soundtrack for your soul. This is Star 88 on KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Star88.fm.
Taking me some time to understand, living in the past, not to man. So I'll run from it, I know I will. Maybe when you're drunk, you'll call me up and talk about the girls you used to love.
Morning Invasion.
Part of a complete breakfast. You're stupid.
With Dex and Steve-O.
Hello?
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 Yes, hi.
Hi? Who's this?
Mr. McFeely.
Huh?
Mr. McFeely.
Mr. Mickey.
Yo-Yo Ma.
I think you got the wrong number.
Are there things that make you angry?
Huh?
What do you do when you're angry?
No, I'm never get angry.
Do you have ways of showing you're angry?
When?
Ways that don't hurt you or anybody else?
No, I'm not angry. Why?
Sure, everyone gets angry sometimes.
That's true.
The important thing to remember is that there are many things we can do
I don't understand what you're talking about.
when we're feeling angry or sad or happy. Many things that don't hurt ourselves or anybody else.
I'm sorry, I'm busy right now, okay?
What a special friend you are.
Okay, bye-bye.
That Mr. Fred Rogers. Such a nice guy. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Quality Tam Tuesday. Coming up at 9, our girl Tam will be joining us. Buck and Dex possibly reuniting once again. I don't know. He said he'd possibly stop in, so maybe we'll hear from Buck. You guys can text into the show 505-585-LIVE, and you can also call that live line as well. Feel free to say whatever you want. You can be funny because you guys are hilarious, let me tell you. You can be serious. You can, tell us what the show, what the station has done for you. Maybe you have something just cool you want to share, cool testimony, whatever. That's what it's there. 505-585-LIVE. Call, leave a voicemail.
Next message. The Morning Invasion on Star 88, where radio hosts risk losing their jobs on a daily basis.
It's a fact. Yes. Steve-O and I usually end the show with, well, this is probably our last show. That's true. It's a true statement.
Next message.
Hey, this is Martha. You know, in the morning when they're carrying on and kidding around, and it makes me laugh or actually scream sometimes.
Yes, Martha.
It can get me out of a bad mood and put my framework, my mindset just right. Thanks to the morning show. I really love listening to you guys.
Thank you, Martha.
Bye.
Bye, Martha. 505-585-5483. Call it, leave a voicemail. Steve-O, good morning.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be here, guys.
You could stop taking such long bathroom breaks. I appreciate that.
It's hard being the popular one on the show because you get stopped like every 3 feet coming back,
No,
hey, can you
that's
sign
nothing
this
to
for
do
my
with your
kids?
popularity. That has
Can I
everything to
take
do
a
with
selfie?
you. Just
And I'm like,
can never shut your mouth and just get from point A to point B.
That's actually really true.
Hey, when we get those, when we get our new setup with our mics, our wireless mics and everything, you'll be able to go to the bathroom and still be on the air.
It's so true.
I know.
I didn't even think about that because we'll have wireless in-ears.
Yeah.
So I can still hear everything.
Isn't that cool?
That'll be great. That'll be great. No, seriously, yesterday I was on the phone with a friend and we're having a conversation and all of a sudden he goes, oh my gosh, my kid's crying. I gotta go. And just hung up the phone. And I was like, wow. I've never done that before.
You didn't even get to say goodbye?
I don't even know how to get out of situations sometimes. Teo was really good at that.
He was
But
good.
I'll be walking down the hall and someone will be like, oh, Steve-O, I was thinking about you last night. I was watching this TV show and blah, blah, blah. Into my brain, I'm going, I have to get back on the
Hold
air,
on a second.
But I don't want
Pause.
to be that rude.
Pause. Is that the way it is all the time? Because seriously, when we go to Solomon's porch, you sit there and talk.
That's true.
Back. You respond. That's
I know.
the problem.
Well,
you don't have to launch into the story.
I want to be kind.
Oh my gosh.
To the people in front of me. There's human interaction. I am engaged in a conversation, even if it's not one I want to be in.
We have a job to do, man.
I know.
I'd never hire you because you'd never get anything done.
I care about people.
Martha. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Somebody said, quick question. Why do you guys always say we could text or call in right before we take a break? And then when we come back, you say the same thing, but we never answer the phone or respond to text as much as you used to. What's up with that, guys?
Well, first off, I can't answer the phone if we're coming up on a break because we have to be out of the break at a certain time. And so I can't just answer the phone because what if it's something, what if it's a Steve-O type of person? Maybe that's the personality on the phone and they're going to want to talk.
That's true.
And talk. And then I don't want to be rude and have to cut you off.
Dear friend of the show and coworker here just texted in and was like, oh, I do that to you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yes, you do.
Jordy?
No. Rhymes with schmonica.
Yep. It's true.
I like talking to people. And if somebody's excited about something, I don't want to like go.
Why can't you be like, hey, God, I have a show to do. Hold that thought. I'll be back.
I'm just really bad at that.
Yeah, no. I get it.
Really bad at it.
Can you hold on the phone for 5 minutes and we'll come back to you? Can you do that?
No.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Whoa. I was just joking anyways.
I'm
Good morning.
calling to help Steve-O.
Oh, Booty, I need help, man.
So I got your solution. I want to do a little role play, improv with you.
All right.
I'm going to be you.
Okay.
And you be somebody that just comes up to you.
Oh, man. Okay. Let me get into the mindset.
You ready? Set, go.
Okay. Hey, man. How are you? Oh.
Wow. That was perfect, Booty. That was perfect.
Wow.
That was perfect.
Okay. Somebody said, #irony of answering a text about you not answering the text.
All right, let's role play. Let's role play. I have an idea. Okay.
I don't wanna.
I'm gonna be you.
I'm really bad with confrontation.
I'm gonna be you,
like...
and you're gonna be Monica. Okay. So let's picture I'm walking down the hall to go to the bathroom.
You can't say Monica. She's worked here forever.
Okay,
like,
you're Schmonica.
We've worked here for years.
Your name is Schmonica.
No, I'm just saying you can't say that because I'll always stop and go, "Hey, what's up?"
Okay, but this is this is how I want you to play it next time Schmonica does
me of my
this.
mom.
I get it, but you be Schmonica. I'm walking down to go to the bathroom. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Here I am walking down.
Oh my gosh, Dexter! Did you see last night that? Wow, you just walked right by me. You're not even.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. That felt so rude and cutting.
Oh, hi, Monica. How are
Hi.
you? Hey, I got a radio show to do, but I'll come and talk to you after the show, okay? All right, bye. How easy was that?
And now I'm realizing why I'm the favorite.
It's true. Nobody
I'm
likes me.
kind to everyone.
It's true.
I don't like hurting feelings. Unless it's ambiguously on the radio, in which case I'll say the worst things.
It's funny. It's funny. Okay. Phone lines are open if you want to call. And we'll answer the phone, 505-338-3700 if you'd like to call in. Is Brody not going to call in today?
He's going to.
Oh, it's spring break, huh?
Yeah, it's spring break, and the children were out much later than normal. Brody goes to bed at like 8, 8:30.
Yeah.
That movie didn't even end till 9:30. We got towards the very end of the movie, like last 10 minutes of the movie, I would say, right? Hits the climax, resolution. And Brody looks at me and goes, "Can we go now?" And I'm like, "Bud, the movie's not over yet."
Oh, man.
And then, of course, in the car ride on the way home, he's like, "Oh, my gosh, this part and this part and this part." And I'm going, okay. He loved it, but it was late. We got home closer to 10 p.m.
Did they set this movie up for a sequel?
No, dude. Yeah.
All right.
Somebody said, "I've got a husband with Steve-O syndrome." Yes. My wife always gets frustrated at church.
Yeah.
Because she knows that she's going to have to account for the extra 45 minutes after service because inevitably I'll just talk.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say goodbye to people. So I'll be like, "All right, I'll see you guys later." And somebody's like, "Oh, Steve-O, I was rocking the show this week," especially at Calvary. Because, like, it's a big campus. There's a lot of people. And people know us from the show or whatever. The show or the
I don't
show
have that
maybe
problem.
or the show.
I'm in and out, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
You
like
put
a
your
ninja.
hat on. You got your sunglasses.
I'm a ninja. That's not true.
And I'm just sitting outside, like in the amphitheater area, just like talk. And then I'll turn around and somebody else will be like, hey, all right, I'm just going to keep talking. And Christy's going, I want to leave. And me and the kids are running around and nobody's taking care of anything. And I'm just standing there talking.
But you have that personality to where you're also like, hey.
Yeah.
You're not like trying to get out of there. You see somebody
No,
and
in
you're
my
like,
brain, I'm
oh
going,
my gosh,
I'm so hungry, turning on hangry, gonna punch the next dude in the face. But then I don't.
But you're like, oh, hey. And it's like, that just opens up. Okay, that's 5 to 10 minutes right there.
I don't want to be rude.
But you don't have to acknowledge them.
Okay.
Why do you have to act like you like heard them? Or why do you have to when you make, like, I hate that making eye contact thing, because you're like, oh no, I just made eye contact.
Then you look like, because then you look like you're being rude and you're trying to like avoid people. Weirdo, what do you got to hide?
Yeah, but a quick eye contact doesn't necessarily mean that I remember you.
Yeah. See, Jarrett says my wife has Steve-O syndrome. We can't go anywhere without running into someone who knows her from church or work or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Sam says y'all should just start taking 2 cars to church. That's not a bad idea.
Good call, Chrissy.
Because then I'd be like, no, don't leave me. Because I'd...
Yeah, I'll see you at home. Bye. Yep. I love it.
Somebody said people don't talk to you because with your hat and sunglasses, you look like the Unabomber. Hoodie on, just looking up. Yeah, there's nothing inviting about you. I look like a Jedi right now. I look like Princess Leia right now.
You kind of do.
I got like the buns and the white thing.
You do.
Like, where's R2?
Let me take a picture of that.
Here,
Don't
I'm
move.
just gonna duck down.
You look like
Be
you
like
do.
the Resistance. It's hey, what does she say? Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. And then she's like, oh, and then she's got it like I look like Leia.
Who's Leia?
Princess Leia. Princess Leia Organa.
Yeah, you do look like Princess Leia.
Somebody said my dad always talked to everyone everywhere. Going to a store took forever, which is hilarious because as a kid, I always got irritated with my mother. Here, I'll turn sideways. Because she was that lady. She'd have conversations with people at the drive-thru, and it's like, Mom, they don't care. They just want to give us our food. We should totally leave. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Buns.
That's funny. Okay. Instagram, Dex Toth. I just did a story. That's Dex Toth, T-O-T-H.
So here's the question, though. How do you... That's just my personality. So I don't want to be rude, and I feel like if I'm not engaging or if I'm not there, then I feel rude.
Well, yeah, it is a rude thing.
If I'm at work and I know I just have to, like, buckle down and get stuff done, I'll close the door to my office. How do you guys do it? Help me, Starmy. 585-LIVE. It's 505-585-5483. Whether it's church, work, school. How do you get from point A to point B without taking 30 minutes? It always made me crazy, too, because we were late to everything because my mom just talk. No concept of time.
Huh, that's where you get that.
No concept of time.
No concept. Huh.
And when we were on vacation a couple weeks ago at my mom's house, it made me insane because my sister had a birthday party for my nephew, Matthew, while we were out there because it was his birthday. And it started at 5, so we knew we needed to leave the house by 4:30 so that we could be on time. So at like 4:20, my mom starts cooking stuff. And I'm going, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I just figured we should probably get a small bite before we go. But we had been sitting there for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, Mom, we have to leave for the birthday party. It'll be fine. We can be 15 minutes late. I'm like, no, we can't.
15 minutes late.
I have to be on time to things.
Me too. I'm the same way.
I'm like weird about it.
I freak out.
But my time management is terrible.
I'm always early.
Oh, see, Cameron, this is it. This is how she gets around things. Headphones are life. Sometimes there's nothing even on.
Oh, I've done that
She's got
before.
headphones on.
How bad is that? I've totally done that. Acted like I can't hear them, and they're like, Dex! And I'm just, keep walking.
Oh, you're a terrible person.
Anxiety, bro.
Sam says, just be honest. Say thank you. Nice to meet you. Wish I could talk longer, but I have this thing I need to get to, or my wife will kill me if I'm late again. Send me an email, star88, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jared said, Chrissy, I'll go home and make lunch and do some laundry, pack the kids' lunches for school for the week while you're talking. It's true. It's true. See, somebody else said you got to pretend to be on the phone.
It's a good call.
Thank you, Looper.
It's a good call.
Somebody said, my mother finds out everyone's life story. That must be where I get it.
Yes.
That's probably why I'm so good at interviews.
Yes.
I just want to know all the details about everything.
Yes.
Somebody else said, my grandfather knows everyone everywhere we go. He was a former fire chief. He just politely says he has to go. My wife is hungry every single time. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right. Well, while we wait for Brody to wake up, we got tickets to see Red and Lacey, formerly of Flyleaf. They're both going to be at the Sunshine Theater on the 31st, March 31st. We got tickets, guys. And we also got tickets to see Tyson Motzenbacher. Tyson Mozzarella Bodnacher. Yeah. May 1st, he's going to be in town, Calvary Church, Nob Hill. We got tickets to that.
Dude, I cannot wait for that show. The Tyson Motzenbacher show? You got me all confused.
The Tyson Baker.
He opened for... sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell people how to get
505-338-3700. Call now.
He opened for John Foreman, and that dude is amazing live. And he's bringing a couple special guests that are, also pretty dope.
It doesn't say.
What?
Who's coming? Do you know who's coming?
Oh, man, it's in the spot. And they all sound like cool coffee shop, like chill, laid back. And it's going to be at Calvary Nob Hill, so the Lobo Theater. Super chill.
All right, well, Final Four is coming up here pretty quick. March Madness. And we've played one round already.
No, we're not doing this.
You call now, 505-338-3700. It's an easy game. All we need is somebody that has a cell phone and a garbage can, and you can win tickets to see Red or Tyson Motzenbacher. I can't say the guy's name.
You can't.
Motzenbacher.
Tyson Motzenbacher.
But see, you had to say it carefully.
Tyson Motzenbacher.
Tyson Motzenbacher.
Yeah.
Tyson Motzenbacher.
Tooth and Nail Records.
Okay. All right.
Super dope, chill artist.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Well, what is your name?
How are you?
What are you doing?
I am listening to the Morning Invasion.
Of course you are.
See, this is why Dex avoids conversations, because he asks stupid questions.
Yeah, that was a pretty dumb question.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, she could be doing other things with life. I mean, she's probably at a job. Maybe she's driving. Maybe are you driving? Hopefully you're not driving.
No, I'm actually off today.
Okay,
today
good.
I get to spend the day with my beautiful kids.
See, this is great.
Perfect. Here's how the game works.
Do
okay?
you have a case on your cell phone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you don't have to play the game if you don't want to. This is strictly up to you. But Basket Call is a very simple game. Go over to your trash can. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me when you're at your trash can.
I have to walk downstairs.
No worries. No worries.
This is
Man,
a terrible
you live in
game.
a mansion.
Okay.
Must live in a huge house.
Is it an open? Is it an open basket? Like, is it one you have to open? Okay, good.
All right. So when you get to your garbage, I need you to take 10 steps away from your garbage. Okay. All right.
Okay.
He wants you to shoot your phone in the trash can.
You're gonna shoot when I tell you to shoot your phone into the garbage. You have to make it into the garbage.
What if her phone breaks? I hate this game. I'm not going to lie. This game makes me so nervous every time.
It's 10 steps away. You're not going to miss. And you have a case on your phone, okay? All right? Now, again,
we cannot be liable. Liable? Liable. Liable.
That's why
Do not break your phone.
That's why this is up to you. If you don't want to play, back out now. Back out now if you don't want to play. But all you got to do is make a basket into the garbage can from 10 steps away. If you don't make it first shot, you have to run over, grab it, go back 10 steps, and keep shooting until you make it, okay?
All right, I'm just putting some
okay.
napkins in there. Okay, 10 steps away.
10 steps away. Tell me when you're there. All right? Now, are you ready? When I tell you to go, you're going to shoot it into the garbage, okay?
Okay.
All right. Oh, God. Here we go. Shoot it.
Oh, I made it.
Yeah! First shot! Woo!
But did you break your phone?
Sounded like it.
No, I've got a bunch of, what do you call it? Not paper towels.
Oh,
and
good.
I put them at the bottom.
Maybe some coffee grinds in there or something, banana peel, Good job. That was the first time we played it. The person didn't make it first shot, so they had to run over and grab the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So you made it. All right, you get tickets to either Tyson Motzenbacher or Red and Lacey. You can choose, okay?
Okay. Red and Lacey.
All right. Hang on the line.
We got you. She did great, man. There's no it's not gonna break your phone. Come on. I mean,
making me nervous with these games and get sued.
Whatever.
Basket call.
We you know what? They sign off on it. They're the ones who decide whether they're gonna throw it. It's their fault if they want to throw their phone in the garbage.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Shout out to Booty, who's causing a commotion on YouTube because no one cares. Yeah.
What is he doing?
Just nobody cares about his comments anymore.
Oh.
Because we have so many outlets that we have to read. So.
All right.
Brody's up, by the way.
What?
Brody's up.
Oh, he is? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Then let's take a quick break.
I'm excited.
When we come back, the Jeter family went out and saw Ready Player One.
Got a screening. Releases this Thursday. We've got our 5-year-old review of Steven Spielberg's latest film, Ready Player One.
It's next. From the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang on.
Coming to Albuquerque May 1st at the Lobo Theater, Tyson Motzenberger, Tylen Motzentackle, Tyson Mulber Tackle. No. Hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
What's this? How do you pronounce this guy's name?
Motzenbacher.
Motzenbacher, that's right. Tyson Motzenbacher in concert.
It's been cold around here. Cold rain.
With special guest Matthew Wright.
I was having a good day. Hey, hey.
And John Van Dusen.
I testified against your case.
Tyson Motzenbacher. Coming May 1st to the Lobo. Get your tickets now. Only $10 at star88.fm.
Open your eyes, you're alive. Another fine night near the ocean.
A solar flare from Toby Mac. Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take the step. Star 88.
There's only startup on TV in this hotel room. Reminds me of all the things you think I don't understand. It seems like you and me, we keep losing connection.
Giglio challenges us to conquer giants in this PowerPoint.
It's not about, hey, addiction is my problem and that's the deal, and if I can just get rid of addiction, I'm going to live a free life, or I've got a root of bitterness in my heart and I can figure out how to solve that root of bitterness. No, underneath anger is something else, and underneath addiction is something else, and we've got to dig down just a little bit to see this giant that we're stuck up against. You actually can't just go, oh, okay, well, I'm going to live in freedom. No, you have to dig a little deeper than that. Our lives are complicated. Oh, I read a Bible verse, and I've got it, written down on my journal. No, you've got to dig a little deeper than that. We've got to let God peel some layers off if we're going to live in freedom. Every one of us does. And actually, I kind of like the fact that this isn't all that easy, because you have to actually put some energy and some effort into being free.
That's a PowerPoint with Louis Giglio on Star 88.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The Dow seeing its third largest point gain in history.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average up more than 669 points at 24,202. The Nasdaq Composite up 227 points at 7220. The S&P 500 up 70 points, 2658. Just to give you a glimpse into how big these moves are, the Dow and the S&P up about 2.8%. The Nasdaq up 3.2%.
A federal judge in Orlando rejected a defense motion for a mistrial in the case of Noor Salman. She's the widow of Pulse nightclub massacre shooter Omar Mateen, on trial for knowing what he was up to, allegedly, and not doing anything to stop him. Her lawyers argue prosecutors didn't divulge key evidence, including that Mateen's father was an informant for the FBI. But the judge said that did not harm his defense.
A senior U.S. administration official said the U.S. stands ready to cooperate to build a better relationship with Russia, but this can only happen with a change in the Russian government's behavior.
A dozen other Western nations expelled more than 100 suspected spies masquerading as diplomats.
He graduated high school in 1984.
Okay.
His real name is Aaron Buck Burnett.
You're a little bit off there, my friend.
This was his graduation song. Aha, Take On Me.
I think this song came out when I was in 7th grade.
Sold.
I'm going now to check the year because I'm like, there's no way it was 84.
84?
It was 85.
85?
Yeah.
We used to play a game. When did this song come out?
Mm-hmm. Gosh, that's a fun game.
And it's hard because you don't realize how much time has passed.
It's true. Yep. I'm playing this song because there is a movie that comes out this weekend called Ready Player One.
Oh, man.
You seen this trailer, Buck?
No, let's see it.
You haven't seen the trailer yet?
No, I've seen it. But I was just, I was trying to help your show since you could play the audio.
I know.
For those that have not or have no knowledge of it, it was a very popular book that our friend Joey Belleville told me I had to read because child of the 80s. Essentially, this guy who is not, a well-known author wrote this book as a love letter to Steven Spielberg and the 80s, essentially.
Nice.
And which is kind of trending right now. You see Stranger Things, It. There's been a lot of nostalgic returns lately, but when I read the book, there was nothing like it. I mean, everything pales in comparison to Ready Player One as far as the nostalgia trip. And so the movie is about a kid who lives in the future. I think it's 2047 is the year, 2045, 2047, in Columbus, Ohio, and the world sucks. Everything's broken down. We've wasted all of our resources.
So it's like Detroit today.
Yes. Yes.
Just trash
Poor
piles.
D-town.
And they live in places called the stacks, and the stacks are like all these like mobile homes stacked on top of each other, and nobody wants to live in reality. I will say, on a deeper level, as far as reviewing the film, they really touched on this in a great way, because I feel like we're already there as a society with Facebook and our lack of interaction with humans in front of us. We'd rather just be on our phones. They really touch on that because nobody wants to live in reality because it's horrible. Nobody wants to face it. And so there was this genius creator who was a child of the 80s.
Willy Wonka.
Basically. Like, seriously.
That was 1971.
He's kind of modeled after that. Like, you think, when I was reading the book, I actually thought Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Because he was this child of the 80s and his love for the 80s took over, but he was this brilliant man who created something called the Oasis, which was kind of like a virtual reality world, like a World of Warcraft, but way more than that. You create an avatar, you could be whoever you want.
So it's kind of like that movie that they filmed here, where you go out
but
and
it's
have
not
your
just a
avatar.
video game. Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not just a gamer. It's not just a video game where you're like shooting and doing all these things. If you want to like climb Mount Everest, you can climb Mount Everest. If you want to go adventure into space, you can.
I was wondering about that because they were in vehicles and stuff, right?
It's limitless possibilities. Yeah. You just kind of have to level up and have enough coin and all of these things. And so a lot of the world exists in virtual reality. And they don't really touch on this in the movie, but in the book, it's like schools are through Oasis. Everything's through the Oasis because everything's falling apart here, so nobody wants to live in reality.
Yeah. That's what Dex longs for.
And so the creator of the Oasis,
where's Oculus?
The creator of the Oasis dies. This is the beginning of the film, and it's a multi-billion-dollar. The Oasis is like this multi-billion-dollar video game essentially, where everybody exists inside, and so he didn't have an heir. And decides that as his final thing, it really is kind of like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
So it's like a mix of Willy Wonka and Starfighter. So he tests people and then finds somebody.
So basically, and he doesn't find anybody. He leaves Easter eggs. So kind of like classic video games or classic
whoever wins
movies.
the game inherits the kingdom, basically.
Yes. Whoever can do this. And so this is set way in the future. He's been dead for a very long time. No one's even found the first clue, because it's so impossible, but the world has become obsessed with trying to find it, because basically whoever wins the game will become an immediate multi-billionaire.
Yeah.
And it's like the future of our civilization hangs on it.
I can't wait.
Oh, man.
I can't wait.
So I went last night. I saw the screener of it, and I happened to take some children. One in particular named Brody Parker, who is 5 years old.
He's a professional movie reviewer.
He's a professional movie reviewer. Afterwards, we were talking to the studio. Yeah, we were talking to the studio, and it was really funny because he gave his review to the Warner Brothers studio guy. Yeah. Good morning, Brody Parker.
Hi.
How are you?
What's up, bro?
I'm good.
You're on spring break. You don't have school. You got to go to the movies last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome to the Morning Invasion. Our friend Buck is hanging out with us this morning.
Good morning, Brodus.
Hi.
But last night we did something very special. Went and saw a screener for Ready Player One. A lot of people are really excited to get your thoughts on the movie. So, where do you want to start? Ready Player One, what'd you think?
It was awesome.
It was awesome? Yeah? What did you love about Ready Player One?
Because Iron Giant came to life.
Because the Iron Giant came to life.
Oh, the Iron Giant was in it,
If
Brody?
you've seen the trailer, literally everything in this film is nostalgia.
Oh.
Like every avatar, it's like, oh my gosh, there's the Battletoads. Like if you look, there's, Blanca from Street Fighter. And like every single one. Go ahead.
And also Batman was in it.
Batman?
Everyone. I'm telling
And
you.
Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja
Were
Turtles.
Power Rangers in there?
No.
Oh.
That he saw.
Maybe they were.
So here's something fun that I didn't know beforehand. So Brody and I were watching the movie, and afterwards we were talking to the studio guy from Warner Brothers, and he let us know that this movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, which Brody knows because of, well, he executive produced Gremlins and Indiana Jones, and it's Steven Spielberg. E.T. like.
Gremlins was in there.
Yeah. See, Brody saw something that not a lot of people saw. Gremlins were in there, but here's the thing: Steven Spielberg took on this movie and said, "I don't want anything from any of my films in it. I don't want it to be like," because the book really pays homage to Steven Spielberg, and he didn't want to toot his own horn.
Oh, wow.
So he removed.
I put you on speakerphone.
Okay, thanks, Bubba. He removed every.
So don't swear.
Yeah, he removed every single mention of his films, every single character from any of his films, but all of the people that were taking part in the movie love Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
So in post, the visual effects department, like there were different departments, they snuck in Easter eggs of Steven Spielberg films. Who?
Mama.
Mama made it home.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody who was praying because she was trying to get home from Boston yesterday and the snow was crazy. But so he noticed one that I didn't notice right away. There was a gremlin just kind of hidden in the film.
Nice.
But there's 10 to 12 Steven Spielberg Easter eggs that they snuck past Steven Spielberg in post. So it was that in and of itself is fun.
Yeah.
Just seeing everything that's within it. So it's kind of like, you know, Wreck-It Ralph, where you see all the cool video game characters. Now think of this, but all of 80s and 90s pop culture.
Daddy.
Yeah.
I just remembered something that you just said.
Oh, yeah?
The bunny gets the pancakes.
The bunny gets the pancakes. That's from the Wreck-It Ralph trailer.
Oh, okay.
That we've watched 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
So, Brody, a lot of people want to see Ready Player One. It releases on Thursday. It is rated PG-13. What did you think about, like...
Wait, how old is Brody?
He's 5. So what do you
Good
think
job,
about,
parent.
like, you know, the video game violence? Did you think it was too over the top, or what did you think?
It was too over the top.
It was too over the top?
Yeah, bad parenting.
I mean, what about it? What did you not like?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
He liked it all. He liked it all. I think at this point he's just repeating everything I say.
Yeah.
So which 4 do you like?
What was his name again?
The
guy who's in the battle game.
Oh yeah. H.
Treacherous. Yeah,
Yep.
H.
Loved H. H was a cool character. Uh-huh.
And then who's the guy with the blue tattoo?
Parsival.
No, not that one.
The blue.
The other guy with the blue tattoo.
other guy with the blue tattoo. You mean the main character?
The one with the glasses.
Right, with the Superman glasses?
No, with the glasses, and he has the game suit.
Yeah, Wade. Yeah, but he goes by Parsival.
Are you skiing right now, Brody?
Yeah, if you could hold the phone still, we'd appreciate it.
Just hitting the slopes.
So how much of the movie was in virtual world compared to the real life? Was it a good, would you say, balance of that, or was it mostly all in the virtual world?
All in the virtual world.
Okay.
In the virtual world.
The
Yes.
virtually world.
Most of it does take place in there because that's where society wants to live. But they're the bad guys who essentially...
Yep, the president.
Yeah, the president.
Oh.
Who's the head of the corporation. Because think
He's
about
like
it.
the villain guy?
Yeah, it's a multi-billion-dollar thing. So...
Do you remember that one part when one guy just got his arm got ripped off, and then
Jeez, what kind of mill did you take him to?
Brody, hey Brody,
you're making your dad look like a bad guy right now.
That's a bad thing, right? People getting their arms ripped off is bad, right?
Yep.
No, it was hilarious, and here's why.
What are you doing?
It was virtual reality, so it's a video game.
So it's virtually okay.
There's no blood or anything, and so basically you're a
just
character.
got in trouble.
Shut up. You're a character, and when the character dies, because you die in video games, you lose all of your coins and everything. And so that's the quote blood is like the coins and
The
stuff.
coins
because
come
the
out,
other,
so the arm rips off, and then it
the
shoots coins.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly.
That's cool.
And it
Okay.
was really comical.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Because he got ripped off his arm, and then
Yeah,
his
it's
coins
hilarious.
were falling out. His coins were falling out.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So overall, I thought it was pretty cool. My 5-year-old went and saw it. It is rated PG-13. There's not a whole lot of violence. It's comical video game violence like that. There's 0 blood, no sexual content whatsoever.
So it's like Grand Theft Auto.
No.
Yes, Brody.
Guess who won the first racing game?
Who?
Super Mario.
The guy who has glasses.
The guy who has
Wade?
glasses. Wade.
Wade.
So it begins as a racer. You gotta finish the race. But there's
Wade
obstacles.
actually won the race.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler alert, Brody.
Okay, it's the very beginning of the movie.
The scientist said to go backwards faster.
Oh, wow.
I'm so glad he got stuff from it.
So did Wade? Did he?
No, don't you ruin the movie.
Was his vehicle the DeLorean from Back to the Future?
The Back to the Future car.
Oh, that's
yes.
cool.
Yes.
I love that.
It was the Back to the Future car.
So, Brody, what were some of your favorite things that you saw from other movies? Because there was a lot of things in there. You mentioned Iron Giant. What were some other things you took away that you really liked?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Eternity later.
Awesome. Well, it's been fun. Overall, you give it a thumbs up?
A rocket is still sitting on my toe.
Oh, cool.
What?
Our dog, Rocket Racket. That's his dog. He's sitting on his toe.
Oh, good.
All right, man. Well, thank you. Have fun with Mama being home now. Enjoy your spring break, okay, kiddo?
Okay.
Bye,
All right.
Brody. Love you.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Ready Player One. It's out this weekend. Thank you, Brody Parker.
Even a 5-year-old can love it.
Yeah.
I will say this, man. It's one of those movies. It's directed by Steven Spielberg. So all of these, like, Stranger Things and all the other, nostalgic type films that are trying to do that all fall short comparatively, because this one, I mean, it's the mastermind of the 80s. It's Steven Spielberg who is creating something amazing.
Did you watch his docu thing on HBO?
No.
It's good.
I heard that was good.
I love Steven Spielberg, man.
Yeah,
he's
it's good.
a brilliant director, and I mean, he seriously crafted a lot of our childhood.
Yeah.
And he did a really good job. I will say this: if you read the book, it is a complete departure. They did everything's different. I mean, they got the names right, but the questing is totally different. There's a lot of stuff that they do quite differently, but they made it more accessible for film, because when you read the book, you're going, how would they ever get away with this if they ever made a movie? Like, they use everything from your childhood in the book. And I mean, you heard Brody talking about the Ninja Turtles in it, and Batman's in it, and he uses the DeLorean, and Iron Giant's in it. And it's like every single thing in that movie, down to there's a grenade scene that I lost my mind on. Like, everything they use is from some pop culture reference.
Yeah.
Is there a Rubik's Cube in there?
Yep.
Nice.
Justin on Facebook said, definitely a movie to watch multiple times to catch all the Easter eggs in the movie.
Yeah, Justin was sitting by us. Him and Yo were hanging out watching it, and it was that was probably the movie that Brody clapped the most.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many, like, boom, this happens, and you're just like, yes. And same with me as an adult, and I could hear Justin freaking out because we both read the book. And there were just so many cool moments that were like, oh, yes, oh, childhood, oh, fun. And it just, the entire film was so much fun. Yeah. Most
cool.
fun I've had it at the movie theater in a very long time.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit this morning about how this is definitely, we're in the first stages of that reality happening, because we're already, a lot of us are checked out with our smartphones, binging at home, just, we're all, and even when the TV, think about when the TV first came out, people were using that as like the babysitter. Like people were freaking out over that.
The TV first came out like in the 30s or something, didn't
right?
it?
Yeah. So people were freaking out over the TV. They didn't want TV in the homes because they thought it was a distraction.
Oh, dude, I remember being a little kid, and there were churches that still thought it was of Satan. And so, because it was that distraction, it was an idol.
It's capturing your soul.
Right. No, seriously.
They were
like
right.
in the 80s, like, people were still, And then all of a sudden networks, and as a little kid, dude, I wasn't allowed to watch Fox because that had The Simpsons and In Living Color and Married with Children and all these horrible shows. And so Fox was like a bad word in our house. Like that was the original F word, Fox. Because
really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Like in my house, it was.
You will not watch Arsenio Hall, Stephen.
Yes, the Arsenio Hall show. Like, it was like the edgy.
Yeah.
And so it's funny as you see culture progress. Like, what is essentially considered like the word, like, this is what's killing us. Now it's social media. It's the time waster, the time sucker. But one thing that Justin did point out was the fact that the movie stands alone from the book and you can enjoy them separately. And the movie was actually quite a bit tamer than the book, which I loved because my kids could see it.
Yeah.
There's some language. There's one use of the F word in the film. It is PG-13.
You mean Fox?
Yes, Fox.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no sexual content.
Think about just even how books are going to change. You know, in a virtual world, you could dive into an actual book and be in it.
You mean like Choose Your Own Adventure? I used to love those.
Oh my
books.
gosh, imagine that. Putting on glasses and then, basically the book comes alive and you're in it.
Yeah.
Choose Your Own Adventure. Love those.
Let's do this, man. Bring on the VRs right now.
No.
Drop the prices.
It's okay.
Let's get the technology and let's do it.
Speaking of technology, I'd be interested to see this movie in 3D. We didn't see it in 3D. We saw it in IMAX, but not 3D.
Yeah.
But the visual effects were so over the top incredible that I wonder how much better it would actually be in 3D. This is one I think I'll probably go back and see in 3D. So
cool.
Anyways, Ready Player One, it releases Thursday. And man, if you just loved the Aha and the Depeche Mode that were playing in the background,
soundtrack.
that was all straight from the soundtrack. Oof. That is probably the best soundtrack I've heard in like 20 years.
Is it a lot of stuff just from the 80s? Or,
oh, yeah. And it's like B-sides, and the whole thing is like, the creator of this video game grew up in the 80s, so a lot of, like us, was enamored with the time period he grew up in and was kind of that like deep cuts nerd when it came to music or television or film or whatever. And so because of that, there's a lot of stuff in there that it seemed like every other minute I was going, yes! Because it was like not some surfacey mainstream thing. It was very well done. Very well done. So I love it.
Okay.
You're in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You got to see it.
I'll see it. I used to live my life at arcades when I was a kid.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Tron, that was my jam.
Yeah.
Tron.
And the cool thing is it's for all cultures. So it wasn't just like, oh, if you're a gamer, you played a lot of video games as a kid, you'll dig it. Or, oh, you watched a lot of television or movie. Like there's something there's even like anime references in there. But like they don't go super, like there's an Akira reference and like a Gundam reference. And so.
Oh, Gundam.
Right?
Gundam Wing. Yep.
So there was like all of these references in there that you're going, wow, I haven't thought about this in 20 years.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Nice.
So.
What was the last movie you watched?
I said 20 years, but the 80s was 30 years. So
movie?
Wow.
I don't know.
Jeez, he's so tired, guys.
You are so old right
so
now.
old and tired.
I'm trying to think of one of the last
Eat a banana. You need that potassium. Anyways.
Are you talking about at the theater?
Yeah. What was the last
Peter
movie?
Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You got
my
the little
kids
ones.
loved that. Yeah.
Yeah. He was there.
Yeah. I mean, my wife was there. I was.
His wife was there. He wasn't.
You went
there.
with his wife?
No.
Okay.
Well, him and Asher Barrett, and his wife, and
gotcha.
a lot of people.
A lot of people were there. Way to go. Way to try and spin
now,
that
what
one.
about a movie that,
This is the no spin
for
zone.
you? What was the last movie you went and saw just for you?
Man, I don't go to a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Peter Rabbit be for him?
Well,
you know what? It was actually pretty. It was pretty funny.
That's what my wife said too.
Yeah, it was actually pretty
The
good.
dude from Star Wars.
James Corden is Peter Rabbit.
Yeah.
So he was really funny. Man, I can't remember. I don't know. Honestly, can't remember. It's been that long.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You need to get out. Go to watch a movie.
I'm a movie passer, so.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go catch him. I catch him regularly.
It's just, with my familial situation right now, it's hard to get away from movies.
Yeah.
You got 3 families living in your house right now.
I got 3 little tiny kids.
Jeez.
Now 3 families. He took in a family from Honduras, a family from
no kidding.
Uruguay.
No kidding.
Yeah, man.
In Chile.
Yeah. 3 families in his home.
They're all living in my basement.
It's pretty crazy.
It's a nice basement.
It is a nice basement.
Nice. Well,
building a little park out back too.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
You're building the park.
Yeah.
How do you feel with that, man? I know your body was just killing you. Is that why you're beat down?
Yeah. Yeah. It takes a couple of days to recover.
Shoveling a lot?
Shoveling a lot, pickaxing.
Got a wheelbarrow?
No, I do not. I have a rake and these two accoutrements to put it all together.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Water park, you get a little water slide and
That's later on this summer.
Water slide.
Yeah.
Little treehouse.
Even the use of that word. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah. Water park. That's
a
very
water slide.
Yeah.
Water slide.
Oh, man.
But I will go see Ready Player One.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think you will.
I don't care what you think.
After hearing, how you never make it out, you're not
Fortunately,
going to.
what you think doesn't matter.
You won't make it out. Yeah.
I might even just go after I get done here.
It's an empty yes. It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. Thursday.
Yep, Thursday.
I'm putting it on my
you'll
calendar.
already forget about it.
Putting it on my calendar right now.
You already forgot about it.
It's going on the calendar.
Well, so that's probably. Do you think that's going to be number one movie this weekend? For sure.
What else is coming out?
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
Yeah,
let's
look
check,
that up.
Let's
See what else is
check
coming out.
what's coming out because I believe so. I think this is going to have some staying power for a while too. To be honest,
because Titan. What was the movie?
Oh, Tyler Perry's Acrimony.
No,
because that's coming. That's coming out.
Pacific
this week.
Rim. Pacific Rim was number one this last weekend.
I mean, Tyler Perry does have
I know.
a movie.
Tyler
releasing.
Perry's got some. He's got some pretty good star power.
Mm-hmm.
His movies do pretty well.
Yeah, opening this week. There's.
You know what? Ready Player One's gonna be number one.
I hope so. God's Not Dead also releasing this Friday,
What?
and it's Easter weekend.
Oh, you got to be kidding me!
So that's actually going to be interesting.
Yeah, those movies. Did they make number one ever? I don't think they did. No, it's not gonna be number one.
They still made a good amount of money, but not that amount of money.
Yeah.
But it is Easter weekend, so that is going to be very interesting. God's Not Dead, A Light in Darkness opens Friday. Ready Player One, maybe that's why Ready Player One is opening Thursday. That movie's opening a day before all the other films. Tyler Perry's Acrimony also opens Friday. Those are the big releases this Friday. So, we shall see.
We shall see, indeed. Buck's hanging out. And Quality Tam.
That's right.
Tam will be in here in just a few minutes. Quality Tam Tuesday. You guys can text in 505-585-LIVE. Also live on Facebook and YouTube. Go see how beautiful Buck looks right now.
They look fantastic.
Looks so good, guys. Looks so good. Go subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/star88fm. We'll be back with Quality Tam Tuesday from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios next.
We all want the best future for our children. Our next generation of leaders needs a strong foundation. With small classes, a great sports program, and affordable tuition, Evangel Christian Academy strives to equip students for the work God has for them. ECA's mission is to educate students spiritually, academically, and physically. Our philosophy is to prepare students for the work God has for them. We endeavor to challenge each student spiritually through daily Bible classes and discipleship. Since 1976, Evangel Christian Academy has been serving children from preschool through 12th grade and is accredited with the Association of Christian Teachers in Schools, North Central, and the state of New Mexico. Located at 4501 Montgomery Boulevard, Northeast in Albuquerque. Call 505-883-4647 to learn more, or go online to eCanNM.info. That's eCanNM.info.
2,000 years ago, Jesus suffered and died on a Roman cross. His body was buried in a tomb and guarded by armed soldiers. The circumstances seemed hopeless, but God. All of us experience times of desperation, but as James Montgomery Boyce said, if you understand these two words, but God, they will save your soul. If you recall them daily and live by them, they will transform your life completely. Join me Easter Sunday at 7:30 a.m. as we celebrate history's greatest but God moment, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We'll enjoy music from Battle Drums Worship with special guest Sarah Reeves. And I'll present a hope-filled message about how you can experience life change. I'll see you there.
The Morning Invasion.
Hi, I just wanted to call and tell you guys that I love The Morning Invasion and listening to the music on Star 88. especially love the Morning Invasion. I listen to it every morning. It just cracks me up all the time. And my siblings, when they hear me laughing every morning, cracking up hysterically, they say, "What are you listening to?" And it's like, "Oh, it's the Morning Invasion. It's great." And all my friends that I talk to, I say, "Hey, have you heard of Star 88, the Morning Invasion?" They're like, "Oh, yeah, definitely. We love the Morning Invasion." So just wanted to say thank you guys, and keep up what you're doing.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88. This is KLYT Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ Mintmore, K201CC Las Cruces, K203EZ Alamogordo, K207CQ Gallup, K211CW Hobbs, K212EH Silver City, K214DE Antonito, K218AK Artesia, K250AB Roswell, K293AO Alamosa, K228DQ Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
Here's a final straw to take a stride in our right direction. I can hardly see the sky, covering this lonely path. Nothing's built to last. I can almost say that I want you back, but I won't. No, I won't.
Invasion
Part of a complete breakfast. You're stupid.
with Dex and Steve-O.
What are you guys doing for Easter? What are you guys doing on Sunday morning?
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
What are you doing, man?
Spending it with my best bud. We're gonna wake up at 4 and eat some breakfast, and then get on down to the stadium. We're gonna party like it's 1999, except really not, because we don't wanna get fired. So we're gonna hang out and talk and interview Nate, who steals all the time, but it'll be cool because he is our boss. And then Skip comes with the word of God. We're gonna party and worship and hang up. I'll stop. I gotta get going for hours.
Why did you stop?
I don't know.
That was a great song. That's my favorite. I will cherish that forever.
I lose it when you really laugh. I couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome to the morning invasion. Stormy, Buck, and Tamra, who just decided to join us. Welcome to the show there, girl.
What's up, girl?
Do you want to switch spots so you can be on camera, Tamra?
I don't know.
Wherever you want, girl.
I mean, her nickname is Camera Tamra because she loves the spotlight.
Yeah, girl.
I love that
all
jacket.
lies and false
I
propaganda.
love that jacket.
Thank you.
Just
Love the
smelling all
huge
nice
hair.
and stuff.
I know.
Do I
Actually,
smell
I think that was Buck's vape.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
oh, is that your vape?
Oh, it smells
Vape
nice,
pen?
huh?
It smells lovely in here. It's
Thought
like
that was Tam.
Bed Bath and Buck On. So
That was really good.
Yeah.
I'm on fire.
Are you guys
You
having
are.
allergies today? Because my
Yes.
eyes, I feel like I have razor blades in my
I've
eyes
been rocking
right
the
now.
Claritin for about a week now, and it's like I think it's starting to work because I've been dying. I've been dying.
You all right, little fella? All right.
You know, I'm close to you right now.
Hey, did you get the sloppy my mom sent you?
I did. Thank you for that.
That was amazing.
Thank you, Teresa.
Was.
Hey, Mama, love you.
Shout out to Teresa,
Love
Tam's
that you
mom.
can call your mom Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa, it's real. She's the real deal. Holyfield.
Wow. We are on it today.
Buck and Tam hanging out from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. It's Quality Tam Tuesday. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Buck and Dex back once again, reuniting for at least an hour.
Yeah.
I heard, I got an email from somebody the other day, and he was like, go watch the replay at about an hour and 7 minutes. And so I pulled it up, and you guys were going through voicemails.
Oh.
And somebody called up, and he was just like gushing.
Yes.
And then he says, I just gotta, I love these guys, and I'm so glad they're on the radio. Thank you, Steve Jeter. Thank you, Aaron Burnett.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy
for
thinks
you.
he's pretty funny.
Shout out to Mark.
Yeah.
Anne Furry on YouTube Live says, awesome Timbuktu in the house.
Hey, y'all.
It's a good morning when we got all four of us in here. We're going to not talk over each other today.
Nah, not going to do that. Am I right, Tam?
I'm gonna go to parochial school and bust out my ruler and start slapping you guys.
What is that parochial school?
Because in the old days,
Yeah.
they used to actually
When
hit
only
kids.
nuns could be teachers.
Yes, over the knuckles
I've seen
with
that
rulers.
movie.
Nuns usually did it.
It was like our Eskimo thing this morning.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
What'd you do?
Ready?
Oh,
you want to do
ready?
it again?
Just going.
Ouch.
First one who quits.
Who,
Oh my gosh! It hurts, but I'm not going to quit.
It hurts. I wish you could see Dex's face. He is like,
Okay, you win. You win.
you demolished him.
In Alaska.
Oh my
I guess there
gosh.
was an old tradition with Eskimos, and I'm not being funny.
Your hand.
Yeah, look at her hand. They would if
That
a
is
new
the
person
dumbest thing I've ever seen in my
if a new
life.
person walked into a village, they would slap each other on the face
In the
until
face.
one person gave up.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you do it legitimately, you
No,
sissies?
because look at our hands. Look, there's like normal hand, and then like, look at that. One's like my skin tone, one is Buck's skin tone. Okay, Gosh.
We need to do our left hands next time.
We do.
I thought you said butt skin tone there for a second.
Yes,
Bucks. Different.
Bucks. He's like a little
But
redder
here's
than
the
me.
thing is like Dex, what was so funny was that Dex was like, at first he was like smacking her hand, and then all of a sudden he like went into like this like,
we're going to have
like thug life dance move.
It was
Did you see yourself?
that was the champion
You were like,
inside of me.
This is how we squash every argument from now on.
Yeah.
Eskimo style.
Oh, man.
I like that.
But then we have to Eskimo kiss after commercial.
Okay. Keep that off the air.
Yeah, she just tried to rub noses with me. Dude, greeting each other with the holy kiss.
An Eskimo burn.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
What have I missed this morning, Buck?
Nothing really. They just.
What do you mean, nothing really?
Well, I mean, they did the
What does that
movie
mean?
review about Ready Player One with Brodus.
I don't know what that is.
Brody chimed in. There's a new movie releasing on Thursday called Ready Player One. We went and saw a screening of it last night.
Nice.
Thanks to Warner Brothers. So that was cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's what you talked about for 4 hours.
Well, I wasn't in here the whole time.
Oh, you want to go back?
I heard you were coming here from 6 a.m. Is
You
that
know,
a lie?
I was going to, but I started watching this documentary last night on Netflix.
And you just had to keep watching
Was it Take Your Pills?
No.
Was it The Toys That Made Us?
No, but I've seen that one. That's good.
I've
Yeah.
heard that's amazing, and I have to.
Was it
it's
spoiled?
called Wild Wild Country.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about this this Bhagwan Rajneesh guy who
That's a mouthful.
Bognog not Rish?
Yes.
I love eggnog.
Yes, you sound just like Ella right now. No, it's about this like Swami guy who basically started this cult in India and ended up transplanting it to Oregon, Antelope, Oregon. And they bought like an 80,000 acre ranch, and it basically turned into like Waco, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In the
Like
early
the
80s.
city or like the...
No, like the event.
Just kidding.
So, did it end disastrous? It's
I
like-
haven't seen the end of it,
Oh.
but it's kind of
When did
looking
it
like,
happen? What-
in the 80s, early 80s.
Oh,
Like
wow.
1981 was when they went over there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was a youngin'. I was 10.
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
I love documentaries.
It's actually really
It's
interesting.
my favorite thing in the world. I could watch them all day. If I had all day to watch them, I might.
Yeah.
I don't ever. But I want that so bad sometimes. And I'm like, no. And then I like open up my book to read, and then I'm out asleep. I sleep in key. You guys know that, right?
In
I
key?
sing while I sleep.
I
Just
used to
kidding.
wiki and key.
Did you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Swear.
So let me guess. You're going to bring up The Voice or American Idol. Am I right?
Actually, I was reading about American Idol just now simply because of Katy Perry's shenanigans this week. I don't watch the show.
What is she
obviously, but-
shenanigine today?
Well, this was like, wow. Sounded like a doctor there for a second. They talked about how American Idol was going to be like the kinder, gentler, no more Simon Cowell antics shenanigans.
It's stupid.
I
Let
have
me
a
just
thought
go ahead
on
and say
that.
right
Well,
now
see,
it's
the funny
stupid
thing
because
is-
I watched like 5 minutes of it because I'll admit right now, I'm a 40-something-year-old man that watches The Voice because I can appreciate a good vocalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's why I like The Voice.
Yeah, it's just...
So are you indicating when you say 40 something, like, do you feel like that's old? Or what
well,
does that mean?
you know, I mean, I think
than he used to
the
be.
demographic for that TV show is probably not
Pretty
a
young?
40-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
You're
probably
a
like
young
an
guy.
18 to 34-year-old person.
Yeah.
But
We're
but
not in
anyway,
there. We're not in
I
there.
watched like a few minutes of the American Idol, the first episode, and it was like,
What did Katy
not
Perry
good.
do? Did she do anything?
She's getting a lot of flack right now because she made a contestant cry last night.
What?
Like Simon Cowell style, except I honestly don't know that Simon Cowell would have ever been
That nice?
No, this mean about it. Because I know he was always cruel, but it was like,
Do you have the audio?
You
Let me
are
see.
awful. Last night there was a 4-piece called Don't Touch. And
Okay.
they've all been going through together, like as a 4-piece.
Yeah.
And so last night they performed, and I guess it was a pretty incredible performance.
And that girl's outfit is incredible because I love overalls for one, and that's an adorable shirt she's wearing.
Okay, Brittany, Lee, Gabby, and Crystal have a group called Don't Touch, and they gave a performance last night. And
Can we hear it?
I don't have that. Is this the one where they
yep.
makes
And
the girl
so
volunteer quit the competition?
all four of them rocked this, and then Katy Perry said, "Wow, that was amazing." Except there's a catch, and this is what
is
she
it?
did.
Girls, you were great, but we have room for 3 more people. Out of you girls, I need one person to volunteer to not go on to the next round.
What? Isn't that lame?
I'll do it. Oh, sweetie, don't cry. You're all going through.
Oh, my goodness. She looks at this 4-piece and says, hey, y'all, we only have 3 spots left for Hollywood. So we know that y'all came here as a 4-piece and that y'all are a group, but one of you in the group has to volunteer to quit. And I guess it was really uncomfortable. And that one girl just started bawling and stepped up and was like, you know what? I think I'm the weakest one. And then had this big old thing about how, like, the girls helped me through everything. I've been struggling. They're there for me. I will take the fall. I'm willing to walk away from this.
And then she came back and said
then
she was joking.
Bawling on national television. Katy Perry's like, psych! I'm just kidding, you guys. You're all going through.
She is a jokester.
Crying,
Yeah.
you idiot. And it's like, dang, dude, you have no soul.
Well, apparently she started some beef with the contestant's girlfriend last night, too.
Oh.
Hello.
Are we allowed to play this?
Katie, I'm watching you.
That's my girlfriend up there.
Well, it's not your fiance, so.
Oh my gosh. She's the worst of humanity, right?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, you need that.
Here's why
You
I don't
need that
like her.
word.
Isn't her dad a pastor?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
I think she is. She's
her
a-
very first album, actually, our
Katie
dear
Hudson.
friend, Katie Hudson, but she was on the same label as Joey and Chrissy when they were the Echoing Green. Joey did the artwork for her first album. So, yeah, they were on the same label at the same time, and she was a very different artist back then. But what I don't
You mean
like
she
about
didn't shoot
it...
fireworks?
What I don't like about it is it's just seemingly cruel, and she doesn't think about anything. Earlier in the show, there was that one boy who had never kissed a girl before. Did y'all see that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
He'd never kissed a girl. He's like 19 years old, and he was saving it for a relationship, and he's never been in a relationship.
She spoiled it.
He's like super.
No, she didn't.
Yes, dude. He's like super conservative Christian kid who has never, ever even kissed a girl on the cheek. Like
What?
proper.
What?
Yeah,
Would
she's
never
got a
do
What did she
that.
do?
millstone
And she
in her
said,
future.
she said, "Come on over here. Come on for good luck." And he was like, "No, on the cheek, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, on the cheek." And so she put her cheek out
and she
there.
turned.
And she turned and grabbed him and kissed him on the lips.
Yep.
And it was like,
Hashtag time's up, Katie.
right. Well, that's what it is. It's like in this moment right now where it is, man, everybody is super sensitive. And rightly so, because of some of the shenanigans that happen behind the scenes in Hollywood.
Now
and where
he
else-
gets to do
has it
hashtag me too.
recorded.
it was on national television.
Well, because it's recorded, he can sue her for sexual harassment.
right. But
It could be a plant,
She
though.
just laughed
American
it
Idol's
off.
known for that.
This
Yeah.
is true. There was a great article in Relevant magazine talking about it though,
Yeah.
about this culture and about her in this moment. She's just kind of playing, well, for lack of a better term, devil's advocate with the culture, like just being that obnoxious, whatever, and people eat it up and think it's acceptable. But it's like, man, talk about a lack of respect for another human in that regard. I don't know. I just.
Yeah, apparently the guy has been standing up for Katie recently because he has a girlfriend now.
Yeah.
And
because when it was filmed, this was
Yeah.
like, 6 months ago or however many months ago when it happened.
Yeah, because people are saying it was sexual harassment, but he's like, no, it wasn't.
Oh, he didn't claim it?
No,
He didn't. He said it's okay.
Yeah, but at first he was saying that, he was bummed. He was
first. And
bummed
then,
out about it.
yeah, never mind. I don't even want to.
You see a big
I'm
difference between
cynical.
Idol and The Voice.
Yeah.
And I've told you
Yeah.
guys this before. For the auditions, it's very, very different too. We obviously did like a reenactment of the audition in the room the other day, which was great. But it's really hard to hear the person next to you. But not only are the auditions like kind of chaotic and a little crazy, the producing behind it. So yeah, even though Simon's gone, like he didn't give up all of his rights to the show. It's not like
He's still getting paid.
Like, yeah, it's not like he's like not involved.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's a lot going on there. Oh, do you have a phone call?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi.
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 So, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Great.
Why? You all right?
What's up?
Little lung butter there.
Me? Yeah.
Sorry. We'll pray for you.
Butter.
Okay, so I know all four of you are all there, but this is more towards Dex. So, Dex, can I talk to you?
Of course, talk to me.
So, you inspired me.
Oh, no.
I heard your Easter song, and it was amazing.
You heard what?
And
You heard
I
my
got
song?
inspired- Your Easter song yesterday,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Should I play the whole
So-
thing again? So for people, or should I play?
Oh,
what do you want?
You know,
I don't
you
know
were
what
talking
she's
yesterday
talking
about me
about.
derailing things.
I'm just This
What
is
is
true.
this song?
This is true. Her Easter song. His Easter song.
Take those eggs in.
He wants to perform it at sunrise service.
Jelly beans, getting up.
Yeah.
You're the Easter Bunny.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
The Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Little teaser,
Yeah.
a little taste for
That's
you
the
guys.
harmony that goes with you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, go ahead, caller.
No, it's okay. My name's Adelia. Nice to meet y'all.
Ophelia?
It was
Adelia.
Adelia, is what she.
I feel you too,
Adelia.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said Ophelia.
I
I'm
wanna
sorry.
make-
Or
Adelia.
Athelia. Or Athelia.
You know what? My nickname was one time at work, I feel ya, just so she would remember my name.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Anyway, so back to me. and
Back
the
to
song.
his Def Leppard ripoff. Go ahead.
What?
So your Easter song, Dex, got me thinking about like Easter bunnies and how much I love Easter
Yes.
and how much I love Easter bunnies and chocolate Easter bunnies.
Yes.
And then it just, made me think about the tragic ending, about eating an Easter bunny. And, well, I wrote a song.
Oh.
Okay.
She's ready.
Okay.
This is her audition.
I just want to know if it's Dex worthy,
Wow, this is like real life American Idol.
You could throw up on a plate and it would be Dexworthy after hearing that.
You can leave, sir. You can leave this conversation.
I want to hear it. I want to hear
pushing
it.
it.
I mean, American Idol talk. All of a sudden, we got people
All
chiming in
right,
with
let
songs.
me
cool.
focus.
We're the judges.
We're
There
the
we go.
judges. Okay, go
All right,
ahead.
go ahead.
All right.
I'm Katy Perry.
Wait, I thought only Dex was a judge.
No, Dex is Ryan Seacrest.
Nope, yeah, he's basically.
I'm Ryan
yeah,
Seacrest.
There's no way.
Nobody
He's too
else
kind.
matters.
I'm really
Nobody else
nervous
matters.
because Pam is there, and she's like an amazing vocalist. So
Yes,
I'm like,
she is.
oh my God, press it on.
I
All
got
right,
you,
go.
girl.
I'll
I
be
got
gentle.
you.
I'll
Will
be
you
No,
just sing, please?
No fluffing the judges, bro.
Please
Come
sing.
on. All right.
Okay, here we go. Steve-O, do you have your guitar so I can get a note?
Oh, my
No?
gosh.
Okay. Let me-
Seriously?
hold on,
Like
hold
a
on.
C. Like a C. I don't. Like a C. I don't know what song you're doing, so I'm like.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, when you come out every year with them chocolate bunny ears, sweet tooth get so hectic, it's clear that I love you, chocolate bunny, more than any honey. Sugar rush when you are near. You're my sweet, sweet milk chocolate bunny. You melt in my mouth, so sweet and so tasty. Chocolate bunny, so smooth and so honey. And you are all mine, sweet, sweet chocolate bunny. I'm in heaven with my bunny. Milk chocolate bunny.
That's amazing.
There's a
Really
beginning
good.
and there is an end.
Stop encouraging.
On my lips, the last time on my
Is it the whole song?
head.
The whole song, guys.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Why are we stopping this?
No.
Why are we stopping?
Sometimes, you did a really great job. You're moving on to El Paso.
Yeah.
And you're
right.
going to go to El Paso.
Hey, Buck, be quiet.
It's regional. What?
Nobody
I gave her-
cares about your opinion on this because
I
it's all
gave her,
about me.
I said you're Ryan Seacrest. You don't
Yeah,
have an
you don't have
opinion.
to say.
She
Our
called in
boy
about me.
Dre on Facebook says that Blue Dex is away.
Yeah,
Like
that smokes you.
already. Yes.
Great job. Great job. You know what? Can I take that song and can I recreate that?
Please tell him no.
Recreate
Please
it?
tell him
No.
no.
Just
Because
no.
it's going to be awful.
Tell him
Can I sing in it?
Yeah.
Can you what?
Can I sing in it?
Well, I mean, you'd have
Together,
to
you
come
guys
down
have to,
here.
sing
Sometimes
together.
people write for other people.
Oh,
is
right.
this what you're
That's
saying?
called
This
Mariah Sherry.
How about this?
Thank you.
How about this? You got a smartphone?
Thank you.
I do.
All right. Sing it into your smartphone and then email it to me,
Wow.
and then I'll make a song out
Oh,
of it.
my
Wow.
gosh.
This
Wait,
is,
are you for real?
No, I'm serious.
He's for real.
It's their big
I'll
break.
do it.
Real. This is crazy.
You got to do it
Just
like
make my
today,
eyes itch more.
so I can get it done this
You
week.
can
All
just-
right.
Yeah, he's not the
Okay,
king of rhythm,
wait.
so try and stick
All right.
to the beat.
Send it to me.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, I will. Is it what do I send it to? Just what email?
The live line. That's fine.
Yeah,
The live-
you can text it or you can email studio at star88.fm.
Yeah.
And it'll come right to our
Are you
studio.
serious right now?
Yeah, totally serious.
Yeah.
Totally serious.
Yeah, send me the vocals. I'll dry, and then I'll put it together. All right.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my God, I Okay.
Okay.
She's so happy.
Thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
There you go. Thank
You've
you.
inspired me.
Thank you. Wow.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. You missed it. Okay. Yeah. Jarrett called that Dex Leopard.
That was her.
That's true. Yeah. Man, we got some talented people in the Starmie.
We do.
That was
They
actually
are
really good.
out there.
It was.
Pretty
Just
good. Pretty good with
putting it all out there.
harmony.
I
And,
wonder how long it took her to do that.
I don't know.
You never know.
Well, that's amazing to just call into a morning show and be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna a cappella style sing some Mariah Carey."
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time.
I know
on
yours
my
was
songs.
produced, and I mean, she just did it off the cuff and just
blew
murdered
yours
you.
away.
Last time I did a parody song,
Yeah.
I took 12 minutes, and that was probably the longest parody song.
Best day of your
ever.
life,
12
huh?
minutes. That's a long time.
Okay.
Was it Inagata Davida? Do you mean it was like a really long song?
No, it took me 12 minutes to create it.
We might
and produce it.
We might need to do another one.
Yeah, another Easter
Maybe.
song.
Can we do this on
Not an Easter.
Sunday morning at the sunrise?
So
service?
what's gonna happen
Gonna
at
hang
sunrise?
out?
Am I gonna get to like come and say hello to the people with you?
Will you?
Before
Did we put her
come
in?
say hello? I don't
Did
think
we
I'm in
put
the
her in?
show.
I mean, we should because
No,
if,
it's
remember
fine.
if we book guests ahead of time, it's
Yeah,
okay. That's what we're told.
Oh
So
right.
You down to be on
as
for
long
a
as it doesn't
segment?
interrupt the rehearsal time, we're good.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, we should be done at 4 a.m.
Is that what you just heard?
What we're trying to do is book up all the guests during the morning Easter invasion, so that Nate doesn't have a chance
Oh, yeah.
because he'll take all the time. So
That's a good call.
He'll just take all the time. So.
All right.
Do you have a cricket in there for background vocal?
I'm surprised he's not here now. As much as you said his name.
He's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he just-
if you say it 3 times, he just shows up.
505-585-ALIVE. You want to text into the show.
What are they going to text about and call about?
Yeah,
Did
what
you
are we
tell them
doing?
that, like, what is happening?
Well, the hour is dedicated to Tam because every time
That's
Tam
weird.
comes
Obviously
in,
not, because you just took like a quarter of it for
Yeah.
that Mariah Carey song.
I did.
Also true.
Wow, I feel like that's kind of a diss towards that young lady who
No,
called
I'm
in.
just
It was
saying.
very talented.
Who's driving the ship?
That's me.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
she came in and called. She produced a beautiful song. Okay, and I don't know why you have to trash that.
It's okay,
Beautiful.
Mr. Hand.
I do have a question.
Huh?
This is
I
our
have
time.
I have a question.
Yes, quality Tam.
2 questions. First things first. Love the shirt.
Thank you.
And is that Justin Timberlake's album?
Yes, it is Man of the Woods.
Okay. Also, secondly,
Yes.
I was here on last Tuesday. I wasn't in here because it was a mandatory staff development day.
Yes.
Anyway, I was roaming around Hinkle, roaming around the hub, and I was like, "Where Dex and Steve have to be here because they're
We're
in
the
Phoenix,
talent. We
Arizona.
don't. No, we're talent. We don't have to be
One
there.
of us was in
here.
Arizona.
We don't have to go to those.
One of us was
Oh.
actually out of town doing
Talent.
things.
Talent.
Why
says-
don't you? Oh, you're not a part of this life,
Right. It's,
Here at the.
we're
Got it.
busy.
Yeah, so I was in Hinkle, guys, and I did virtual reality for the very first time.
Yeah, we were just
Okay?
talking about that this morning.
I had never virtual reality.
Yeah, Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. That's what it's about.
Oh, are you
That's
serious?
Yeah.
Dex's dream.
It's
He wants to live in a
essentially-
virtual reality
Whoa.
world.
The movie is set in the year 2045 when like all of our resources are dried out and the world is just kind of falling apart. And so this dude creates a virtual reality world called the Oasis where most people just want to stay in because they don't want to face reality.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. So tell us about why you don't want to face reality.
This
She just wanted to shoot some dinosaurs.
It reminded me of how much I love reality because here was what it was. As I went in thinking that it was going to be fine, and it was fine. But some people will come up to me, they're like, "You got to try this one where you go up in this elevator and there's a plank and you get to walk off the plank and it's really fun and you can do all kinds of stuff and it
freak
feels
out?
so real." So I was like, "Well, maybe I'll try it." And they're like, "Are you afraid of heights?" And I was like, "Yes." So they said, "You should not do it." And I was like, "I'm doing it." So I went over there, knowing in my mind I'm not going to be actually jumping out of an elevator. I'm not actually going to be jumping off of a plank. I should be fine. And so I go in there, and they put the little eye gear on you and they put some headphones on you. Some of them have headphones. And so you're in this room, kind of like this room. It's about as big as this room here. So it's like a cubicle at work or something, okay, or a little bit bigger. And there's walls, and so you can actually run into the walls because you can't see them, but they kind of like protect you from walking out into the whole like
Into the
area
street,
of
yes.
Hinkle.
Yeah.
So I get in there, I have these little controls in my hand, and sure enough, I hit the elevator. I'm like, wow, this is so real. And I see leaves flying. I hear cars going by. They're right below me. I'm freaking out. And so I start to walk out on the plank.
Somebody pushed
And
you.
I was
Somebody pushed you?
No, look at your face. You're so happy to see someone push me. And
What's wrong with you?
Have you
want to
seen those
virtually
videos?
kill herself?
Those videos
It's
of
the
people up
worst.
on buildings
No.
and people push
So
them and they go,
So what's crazy is I was that girl.
Did you freak
I was
out?
humiliated because I'm standing there. I'm not kidding. I'm standing there and I'm like, okay, this isn't real. This
Yeah.
isn't real. This isn't real. This is not real. This isn't
It's
not, this
real.
is not real. I'm like, you're fine. And I'm feeling the ground and I'm like,
Yeah.
see, I can still feel the ground even though I'm kind of, in the air a little bit, but I'm
Yeah.
not. And then all of a sudden I start to walk out on the plank and I scream at the top of my lungs and I'm like, ah! And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And I hear people kind of like laughing faintly in the background. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it again.
So did you fall off the building?
I step on the plank and I turn around, take a wild guess what was behind me. A clown who sawed me
Shut-
off of the plank.
he sawed you off?
Sawed me off. Creepiest thing ever. Appears a clown. I drop to the ground. Not enough. Yeah, I land on the ground. I'm like, I'm not dead. It's okay. I look up. What hits me? A bus. I got hit by a bus.
No way.
And then I look up and someone's burying me alive. Like it was the sickest, twisted, most craziest thing.
Sounds awesome.
This was at Hinkle?
This is at Hinkle.
That sounds awesome.
And I'm like, what if there's a kid who came in here thinking
Yeah.
they were just going to jump off out of the elevator and then you could fly.
Steve-O,
and
you should take
whatever
Brody to
else.
go do that.
Dude.
It was
Oh,
terrifying
man.
because me,
No
you guys don't know
way.
this, but I hate clowns. I hate
Yeah,
them.
most people
'Kay?
do.
I mean, we've talked about this before, but like the scary kind and whatever else.
But why do
you
people
know.
hate clowns? That is my curiosity.
Okay, we're not going there. We're
'Cause
not
they're
going there
creepy.
because we did last time and it got crazy.
cry?
We talked about all these things. Okay,
No,
but
but I'm
this
wondering in
guy,
general, most people hate
The reason
clowns.
why I hated this clown was because he clearly had something to hide and he had a saw in his hand
Yes.
and
John
a
Wayne
drill
Gacy.
of
That's
which
why
he
people
wanted
hate
to drill
clowns.
in my face.
Okay.
It was the creepiest thing. A
had a
tarantula.
drill?
A drill. And I even tried to turn my face.
Pamela,
and
welcome
like,
to the morning
ew.
invasion. All right, everybody.
Ew. And so- I wish you could see your moving. Can you do that in front of the camera?
No,
Because that
I
was great
can't.
with the feet. And so he comes at
love
me
clowns.
with a drill. Not when they come at you with a drill in their hands.
Okay.
So I have to. I'm thinking I need to get out of this somehow. I need to like
Can't
connect
you fight
with,
back? Can you pick something up and
No,
like?
you can't even like fight them. And
Oh,
so
that's weak.
I got back into that's what it was like that. Ew, I hate it. So then I go back up the elevator. It takes me out, and I realize I can fly, and it was the coolest thing.
You could fly.
Because I
fly?
could fly, I
You
could fly, I could fly, I could fly, and then and then I started flying, and I was painting the sky literally with colors.
You were
It was
painting this-
amazing.
Wow. And then you realized
So I
you just took
relaxed.
you took the wrong prescription. You didn't even go to team day.
I wasn't even there. Turns out I woke
Turns out
up
she
and I
was
was
still
at
at
home.
home.
And so it was
Virtual
insane.
reality,
Virtual
man.
reality is crazy. Right next to me was Tones, who was fighting off things and like
I
shooting
saw that
bad
video.
guys.
Fight.
So where did that video go? I didn't even see that. I just know he was running into walls, and then next to him was Nate. Nate tried to do the same thing. Everyone looked hilarious because you're basically fighting.
Oh, Nate
in
did
the
it
air.
out here, and it was one of the
He punched
funniest
the wall. Almost
That's what I
broke
mean.
yeah.
Because
He
I ran
almost
into the
broke a
wall like 3
controller.
times.
Yeah.
When I was running away from the massive tarantula the size of a truck, I would turn around and I went boom.
Why
right into
does
a wall.
anybody want to do this?
Right? I didn't know that was going to happen. Someone
See,
told me I
that's
could fly.
he's like
That's why I did it.
salivating
I'm
right
all
now.
about it, man.
I did it
I'm
because
all
I
about
could
it.
fly. You would love it.
Oh.
So that could be our next remote trip is to do
Honestly,
that from Hinkle.
I think when we get to heaven,
We're going to what?
they're going to hand out virtual reality sets
okay.
to us, and they're
Really?
going to be like,
That's what's gonna
"Here's
happen?
heaven,
No,
go for
that's
it."
what-
That's like the advanced version of virtual reality. It's
the
going to be
advanced.
Matrix
But we
style.
won't need headsets.
God's going to plug us into the back of the head into
Okay,
like
that's
this.
not-
We're going to be in this
No.
egg.
This
and
is
then
why you get in
we're
trouble.
gonna-
This is why you get in trouble.
And then
very
all of a
biblical.
sudden,
And then you're going to
robes-
see
Yes.
the cherubim angel you
Yes.
saw
okay.
from. I'm just
Don't
wanted
even
to-
get him
I
started
just
on
wanted
angels.
I wanted to get him. It was pretty crazy, guys. It was nuts. I'd never done it before.
Acid, right? Is that
It
what we're
was
talking about? Because so far, if somebody's just joining us, it sounds
Got
like
hit
you
by
were
a
on
bus,
drugs.
a
You're like, and then
clown
I was
sawed you up a
flying,
plank.
and
I
then there
got
was
buried
a
alive.
tarantula
Yep.
as big as a house, man. Like,
Jeez.
guys, she's talking about virtual
I was
reality.
painting the sky.
She's still a part of Battle Drums. She still loves Jesus.
But you
It's
know
cool.
what? It was really cool. When I was flying over the water, I was like, in the virtual reality when I was flying over the water, I was like, what would happen if I just stopped flying? So I just stopped.
Yeah.
And I started to drop.
No way.
And I was like, I'm
Did
going to
your
go into the
stomach
water.
go,
Yes, it
"Oh,
did.
oh."
Which is just proof. And this is what I told people is that it is proof that what goes through your eyes literally like changes the way you think and which changes the way you act.
Bring
like
it
your
back.
actual
Bring it back, Tim.
No, you know
this
what
is,
I mean?
No, this is biblical.
And I
Go
was
ahead.
I was sitting there, and when I was finished, when I took those glasses off my head, I was like,
Preach it.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I really was thinking, I was like, this is, I just walked into proof just now that like I have to watch, I mean, seriously, what goes into my eyes, I'm not realizing that it's literally like affecting so greatly my brain.
It affects your body.
And then in turn, your body will respond to what you think is real.
Sure.
And what was crazy is that I taught a message to the high schoolers a while back about knowing what's real. And so I used Divergent, the movie, or Insurgent, Divergent, whichever one it is, where they put her into that kind of virtual reality.
I saw those movies.
And
I'm over the age
they're
of
really
16.
they're really good.
I watched them. They're pretty good.
Anyway,
Of course.
And so
Okay, comic books.
So she
Touche.
in there, she has a virtual reality and all of her fears come to life. But in real life, she can die because her body responds to what she sees,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
right? Which is why you have to sign a waiver when you go to Hinkle and you have to, before you do virtual reality.
you
And it
can
says,
die?
do you have any heart
Somebody
conditions?
must
Do you
have
have
died.
this? Do you have that? It's true because my heart was racing
Buck's not
when I
allowed
was
to
done.
do this.
I was nauseous for an hour after I was finished because
Nauseated.
One, I'm like motion sickness gets me good, and two, like I'm a little afraid of heights, which is why I like to like try to face my fears sometimes with the height thing. And so I was just, it was exhilarating, but it was terrifying all at the same time. And then you keep like touching back with reality, saying this isn't real. This isn't
I wonder
real.
if that's something that could help with your fears. If you had a fear of heights.
That's why I did it. That's why I
Dex
did it.
would put on the virtual reality headset and it'd be like facing his fears, and he'd be at a
Jump
dinner
into the
party.
wall?
No, he'd be at a
Oh.
dinner party, and he'd have to
Interesting.
sit down at a table with strangers and
talk
have
to
a
them?
conversation.
So just so you know, they actually use virtual reality for veterans with PTSD.
Oh, do they really?
Yes, they do.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
What
that
kinds
would
of
make
things do they
sense.
do? Like
Well,
war stuff?
they take
No,
them back
obviously-
no, they do. They take them back.
Really?
They take them back into situations to help them, I guess, conquer their PTSD.
Oh, wow.
But they control
No.
at what level
Yes.
they respond.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is being in psychology and knowing a lot of these things, it was still mind blowing being the one who was in that. Like being the one who was in the middle of it, who was doing it, it was still like it was mind blowing. It was great.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. Because
I
at
wish you
first
would go.
you set it up like I didn't think you were going to like virtual reality. And
Yeah.
That's the future, Tam. As soon as they drop in price and
Oh
they're
my
more
gosh.
affordable, everybody's going to be in the virtual
Dex
world.
is not ever going. He's gonna like.
I'll never leave.
He's
guys.
gonna gain 400 pounds.
If you want to hang out with me, you have to go to my
and
virtual world.
He's gonna have like a bowl of frozen waffles, and he's just gonna dip them in pancakes and gonna rest on
Honestly,
his belly.
it's
and
not
he's
true.
gonna be sitting there watching virtual reality.
Here's the thing: I won't gain weight because when
Like
I did
Wall-E?
virtual reality here, I was sweating. I was like moving around. I mean, you're actually exercising.
Here's what's fun about certain ones is that you can go into a different world, you can enjoy these things, and you can get excited about stuff that like kind of opens your mind to a new world.
Yeah.
But the issue and that I do see coming is very much so that people are trying to escape reality because ultimately what it is, it's not so much reality because some people enjoy their reality.
Well, that's boring.
But there's a lot of things in life that are very painful, and I think that is what the kicker is when you come to America and you see how things are twisted a little bit in the United States. That can be an easy way to get out.
I think the biggest thing is people are always they're unhappy with their body. They're unhappy with the way they look. And I think that's going to be a huge thing where you can get an avatar.
Possibilities are...
Well, you could be anything you want. You can have an avatar. You can look like somebody else. And so that could be an escape right there, I think.
Yeah. The fight, I think, before that and working on that stuff like right now. So if you struggle with certain things like with insecurities or the way that you look or the way that you think, it's important to start working on those things because that's a preparation period for what's going to come.
But what if you're happy in the virtual reality?
That's what I mean is you're not, it's not real happiness.
How do you know?
Because it's a virtual reality.
What if everybody else is in there and that becomes the real world?
You can experience happiness through emotion because you feel happy when it's happening. But
are you
it
playing
ends.
devil's advocate right now? Is
Not
that
at
what
all.
you're doing?
I'm just saying, what if
It's a great question.
What if that does become the norm where people live like Ready Player One? They live in that world.
But just because your
It's
norm
temporal.
is something doesn't
Once
mean
you take
it's
the goggles
real.
off, it's gone.
But
It's
so
right.
is
It's false.
So is the real world. That's temporal as well.
It is temporal, but we're not supposed to
Okay.
place our hope in other things. You're like
True.
you're finding happiness in something that's not real.
Right. And that's actually...
It's real to you for a moment.
Let me say,
Exactly.
there's no
For a
difference
moment.
between virtual reality and drugs and pornography and whatever else,
Agreed.
But
people
virtual
use.
reality is just another place. It's just another place to be, even though it's not a real thing.
I agree.
In a place, it's still real.
I agree, which is why you see people who love to bike, who like to run, who like to this, who like to that, all these things. But if you pour into it and it becomes your master, it owns you. It's what you think about every day.
It's idolatry,
and
son.
Then it does turn into idolatry. Truly, it does. And that's where that cleansing process has to happen through prayer. Is God, what else is on this throne right now?
Right.
What am I with? If you're not escaping, maybe you're not trying to escape something. Maybe you love to, like, I love to sing, I love to write. But if that's all that which is a lot of what I do the majority of the time, but I'm not focused on what God is asking me to do, then I can make that my idol. If it's biking, that I want to go bike all the time, I'm not necessarily running from anything, but I feel incredible when I'm done. If it's working out, all those things, can be anything.
Good natural things that are supposed to be good that turn bad.
What if I'm paralyzed?
Okay, stop it.
What if I'm a paraplegic?
But
Here we
not
go.
all things are profitable.
And
Yes, Steve-O.
as a nerdy sci-fi kid here, and as the only dude in the room who saw Ready Player One, I gotta say, like, Dex is touching on something that is really touched on in the film, and that's the idea that people want to escape reality because in the real world there are consequences for your actions. And so they want to go to virtual reality because in virtual reality you can shoot somebody, or you could do this, or you could sleep with whoever you want, or A, B, and C, and D. There was a show on HBO that season 2 is coming out soon, Westworld. And it's this... It's the rich of the world could go to this place called Westworld, and it was like a virtual reality world where everybody was
But it's
robots.
all AI, yeah.
So you could murder if you wanted to, and you could do all these crazy
So you
things.
don't get in trouble.
Or you could just go on a Western adventure, or you could bring your family and this and that and the other. But it all goes awry, of course.
Yeah, as soon as you get
because-
there, they give you the opportunity. You can like go to
You can be
the
a sheriff,
brothel.
you
You
can
can
be-
become
yeah.
a sheriff. You can have a gunfight and kill somebody. It's
Right.
like-
But it's all virtual world, so none of it matters. And it brings me to Luke 6:45 that says, a good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. And we've got to remember that, like, in these virtual reality worlds, we're talking about escaping consequences, but out of the abundance of your heart, like whatever you're doing, I don't care if it's virtual reality or the real world, like that's why people try to escape, because they want to get away with something at the end of it, right? Like, because we always talk about the things that we would do in virtual reality.
Yeah.
And obviously we're like, we joke about it, but bringing it back around to the gospel, like, man is corrupt, and we're constantly trying to find new ways to escape the consequences of real life actions and decisions, which is why the film, that's one reason why I loved Ready Player One on a philosophical level, because it was, the world sucks, I want to escape reality. They jump into this virtual reality world thinking that they can do whatever they want and there's not going to be any consequences, and yet you're still that soul, that human being making those decisions, whether it's real or fake. Like you're saying, it's still real.
Right.
And so the good people are going to make the good decisions and the bad people are going to show their true colors.
What is there a difference between going into a virtual world and, let's say, killing people? Is that okay?
See, now
It's like, why would you
But
do that?
just answer
Like,
the question. But hold on.
No,
Just
but
answer the question. Is it right or wrong?
Because here's what you're saying.
Because a video game...
I was literally going there.
Yeah, I could blast and kill how many people in a video game? Why is that different than going in a virtual world and blasting people?
Right. And so that's where the ethics of video games would come into play, because some would say video games are the cause of all the school shootings right now, or demonic music, or back in our days it was like the metal music was causing people, or you know, because they were all Satan worshipers and they were causing people to do crazy things. But what I'm saying differently is based upon this scripture, the idea that out of what is within you, right, you're going to pour out the good or the bad. Yeah. And so a lot of times we place it upon outward things, when man, what is within us, what we're pouring out, that treasure within us, like what we focus on and what we're, yeah.
So it kind of brings to my mind a little bit of being transformed by the renewing of your mind. I think because God has handcrafted each of us, because we were knit in our mother's womb, because He knows us, He knows everything about us, He knows us so well, and He knows, because He tells us in His Word that He says, "Do you not know that the Spirit of God dwells in you?" And that's a big deal, because we have had access to a bigger place in the mind. God created our brains for a very specific reason, to worship Him, to glorify Him, and to do things that are of Him. And if we know who He really is, we know Him well, There are things and places that you can go in your prayer time. There's spiritual gifts. We take away from the fact that God has supernaturally gifted us, that within each of us there is a spirit world, that we're spiritual beings living on this earth.
Like Young Guns, man, spirit world.
Yes. And that's why in Ephesians 6 it talks about that we battle between not flesh and blood. And so the Bible also says that we were created with eternity in our hearts. And so because of that, there's a desire to dig really deep into this stuff. There's a desire to want it more because it feels good. It feels better. And it feels good because you're created to have those things. You're created to walk in a spiritual manner. But then we can kind of taint it and screw it up and twist it with our flesh and everything else.
And I think to answer your question, you started touching on it before, where Paul's talking about you can basically do what you want, but everything's not profitable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do, everything's doable, right?
Yeah.
I can do it. Yeah, I could.
Is it beneficial?
But is it beneficial? Is it going to profit? And that's what it comes down to with sin in general. Actually, just this morning, that's literally what God was bringing to my mind this morning. When I woke up, I woke up at like 4 times last night and this morning. And God was just showing me gently, what sin looks like. And just that, like, if you don't like to identify with that word, there's something that is keeping you from doing that because there's a rebelliousness in us that doesn't want to necessarily let go of everything. We don't really want to say, okay, God, yeah, you can have all of me. It's a hard thing to do because we don't trust that what he has is better for us because we've made up our own world or we've allowed culture around us or the things that we've experienced in life to control and to mold us into who we are. So it's a very uncomfortable thing to break out of that mold when God says, no, I'm chipping away, I'm moving, I'm pruning, I'm doing all these things in your life, and I want you to be willing because I can take you to here or I can take you down here. It's really, there is free will involved, yet sovereignty of God and God leading us and guiding us and showing us and knowing what's best for our lives, that plays a big part. And so I think that when we're willing to give that up, that this virtual reality stuff and the things that we're fighting to run away from, or the things we're denying, that we're saying, no, I'm going to do this because this is okay. This is okay. It's okay. When we say, God, I give you everything I have. I want to be transformed by the renewing of my mind. God will show you what you have to start cleaning out little bit by little bit. And he's the one who does the work. And so not saying I'm going to do this in my own strength, but I do want what you want. I don't know what that means yet, but I'm willing day by day, step by step, to let you start doing that in my life.
I like that you touched on the fact that it's God that shows us what we need to cut out, because in turn, I think we can take it to a place where immediately it's like, oh, it's the video game or it's the movie or the TV show's fault. And so if I just do this, everything's going to change. And it's like, well, I mean, depending upon how much you immerse yourself in those things, because Dexter on YouTube, a Starmy member, said, I would say there is a difference from playing a video game and like shooting and all these things on a video game versus virtual reality, because virtual reality is cerebral. It's creating a real life experience, whereas console games or video games in general or movies or television,
you're just hitting a target and moving on.
Right. And you can differentiate between
murdering somebody,
right, real or fake, whereas virtual reality is immersing you in this experience because they want you to believe it is what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you were hearing is real. So I do think there is a difference there. I agree with what he's saying with that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, dude.
I don't think you should do virtual reality, Dex.
I've already done it and I'm hooked.
I just think it's a bad idea for you.
No, it's not, man.
Is it a stumbling block for Dexy?
People are gonna start praying for you because you're being funny and people are gonna take you seriously. Oh man, Dex has a VR problem.
You know what's cool about it? You know what's really cool about it?
You have a PR problem.
Everybody knows me as like the Netflix binge watching guy. The first time I tried virtual reality, I was in this mansion, and it was like a fireplace and the couches, beautiful couches, and here's my big screen TV, and Netflix was on. And you can seriously sit down on the couch, your couch, and you're in your mansion watching with a fire. You can watch Netflix.
So you sat there and watched it. You binge watched on Netflix, didn't you?
I did, in my mansion. I'm so rich. I'm so wealthy, guys.
I see the
God
fun.
is going to smash your Netflix idol.
I do see the fun.
I got a tattoo. Did you see my Netflix tattoo?
Does it say Netflix? Oh,
it's a giant net. It's like an N on the back of my my back.
Ooh, that is rough.
It's a lower back.
Oh, that's a good spot.
He got a MAMP stamp.
Yep.
A That's funny.
If Netflix would give me free membership, I'd get a Netflix
Dude,
tattoo.
you've got to stop.
You would? You
Man.
would do that?
Sure.
Good for you.
I would.
Wow.
Did you stop Netflix for a week?
I don't know, man. It depends on what comes out that week.
No, I'm asking. Could
No,
you stop
he did.
Netflix for a week?
You did.
I did,
in real
yeah,
life.
I
Like
did.
he jokes about it. That like that's all he does. And sometimes I'm like, I gotta be careful. See, you do have not a VR. It's a PR problem. I'm like, I gotta be careful because people are worried about Dex. And yeah, no, he actually it was longer than a week. You did a challenge. I don't remember how long it was.
8 days
Without everything. Like it was like video games. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that the social
Getting itchy
media
thinking about
thing
it.
where people like aren't on social media for like a week, or people who can do it for like a month or 2 months or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just about quit Facebook. I'm never on Facebook. I was so
Yeah.
bad because I go back like once.
You weren't on for a long time.
Once, yeah, I didn't even have a Facebook until we started this show actually, and then it was like, hey, you're a fake pseudo celeb,
Yeah,
and
well,
you need
almost,
to be in the
you almost
spotlight.
kind of have to if you're going to be
Right,
in this industry.
and so I was kindly asked to have one, but I didn't have one until a couple years ago because I just didn't.
Yeah.
I don't care. And so I'm not on it much, mostly because I don't like watching my friends argue. And I mean, today it's gun control, but
I love it.
But at other times it's whatever the big topic of the day is, and everybody's just regurgitating something they saw on the news or something they read or posting these articles, and it's like, this is right. And then you've got everybody else fighting on the flip side. I'm like,
And everybody
why do I
loves-
need all of that negativity?
No, everybody hates the taste of throw up.
Well,
That's what they're doing.
But
Just throwing up.
I kind of like it though.
Okay.
No, you don't.
No, I like going through my news feed. I'm the
No.
guy that
Oh, I thought
posts
you
the
meant
meme.
Because it
throw
makes
up.
you feel better about yourself?
Well,
right. I thought you meant throw
sometimes
up.
no, but I'm the guy who posts the meme of like Michael Jackson eating the popcorn.
Yeah, right.
because
Oh my
I
gosh.
love to read comments. Like it's one of my favorite things to do is go
What-
through my news feed and read comments.
What I like is when you post.
I know, right?
I look at all of your posts.
I think we're usually
100%
trying to
do.
disarm with comedy because we're just like trying to be funny because there's way too much negativity. It's awful. So we like trying to be that difference.
Yeah.
I rarely
Well,
post.
okay, this is hilarious. I had a family member of mine call me, and she was like, "I'm worried about you," and I was like, "What are you worried about?"
gosh.
And she was like, I've been seeing all of your posts," and I was like, oh, but they're good. I was looking
Yeah,
at them and
what's
I was
wrong?
like, man, that's encouraging.
Somebody hack your Facebook
that's
page?
exciting.
Yeah.
I was looking at my stuff and it was like, about being the light in the world and about being strong and about just like perseverance and having faith and what that really looks like. And I was like, I'm feeling strong about this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not prideful about it, but just like in the point of like, hey, who's out there that needs to hear this right now? And that's what I post my stuff for. And so it was kind of funny because she called because she was concerned about me when I was posting amazing, like happy, lifting,
Yeah.
uplifting, or
It's like when you hold the door for somebody and they're like, "Whoa,
thought provoking."
Thank you.
Yeah, it was like, but it's like thought provoking stuff, and but I don't know. She was just like concerned for me. So maybe it's been too much negativity that when you see something that's very different, or you see a challenge or whatever that's done in a loving way, it like throws you off. You know what I mean? Why is your mic off?
I totally shut it off
He
on
shut
accident.
it off with his elbow.
I did that to Steve-O earlier. Gosh.
Buck, that tattoo that's on the inside of your arm,
This
on
one?
the in other side.
This one?
What is that?
Isaiah 43.
Oh, what does it say?
Fear not.
No, read it. Can you actually read it?
Yeah. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the fires, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned. The flame shall not consume you, for I am your Lord, your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior.
That verse was prophesied over my life. That's funny.
No kidding.
I had not a clue that was on your arm.
Yep.
Wow. And it's in Hebrew too.
No, it's not.
It's an Aramaic.
Oh gosh.
Just reading that, I just realized I need some lotion. I'm kind of ashy right now.
Just reading that.
You're a little dry
He'll
now.
pull me through the fire, but man, I am
Yep.
ashy, huh?
He will not let me drown. But my skin needs some lotion. Dry out, y'all.
Yep.
Oh man,
Just saying.
that's good.
Just saying.
Oh, everybody's out of words now?
Yeah,
What?
pretty much.
We talked for 50 minutes straight. Everybody's out of words.
No, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what's going on.
Tam,
Yeah.
anything else
He
going on in your life?
always goes when he does.
Dude, it's Easter sunrise service this weekend. I mean, come on, we got a lot
Yeah,
going
so
on.
we've got Good Friday coming
Yes.
up.
Are
So
you performing?
I am going to be
Performing.
singing on
Thank you.
Friday.
Will you be doing worship?
Yes, I will be.
Do you
Okay.
need me to go and do backups for you?
No.
Happy
Definitely
birthday
not.
to my friend. It's her birthday on Friday. That'd be awesome. Good for her. That's a great day to have a birthday. Yeah. And then also, so Good Friday happens March 30th, right? And then we do April 1st, which is it's not a joke. Jesus did rise from the dead, whatever day it's on, and that's going to be at what's it called, UNM Football Stadium.
Yep. Right? Yeah, we're going to be there kicking things off at 6:30.
We're going to be singing with Sarah Reeves, so that'll be cool. I've never sung with her before. Yeah. And so that'll be fun. Last year we sang with Jordan Felice, and that was cool. Mm-hmm. So this year I'm singing Grateful. I'm starting it off. Nice. First song.
We got Jordan on the show next week.
So. Oh, that's great. Mm-hmm. Every time I say someone, it seems like you'll have them on the show, like the week before or the week after.
Man, it's always I love that dude.
Or we had him on the show this morning.
Will you say like Keanu Reeves or like Brad Pitt or somebody?
Mention Keanu because I just want to talk to
him. Can you say their name real quick?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Okay, cool.
Dude, yeah, so we're going to have him on the show.
He will be on the show.
You know what the funny thing is, though? You mentioned that. I had an opportunity to...
See him?
Yes, and I totally wussed out. As we talk about, about going for things, I was at New York Comic Con this last year, and he was talking about his brand new film.
Yeah?
And there was an opportunity as press to, sit in on this... kind of hangout session with him and talk about this new movie and not necessarily one-on-one interview him, but in a panel. Round table, like a panel setting, be able to talk to him, and I totally chickened out.
Come on.
He's my favorite.
We're okay.
Yeah,
that worries me.
And I'd be like, I'd be.
He's a terrible actor.
You know what though?
I did that with Denzel.
Maybe he's a good person.
No, he's an amazing person. And
bad actor. Amazing
he's not a
person.
bad
actor.
He's a terrible actor.
No, you're a terrible actor.
You got to think about our generation. When I grew up, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
He was amazing in that role.
Point Break.
Amazing in that role,
right?
too.
There were movies that were pretty defining for me, and those are just to name two of them.
Red
he was
Pill
in a
or
movie
Blue
called,
Pill?
he was in Parenthood. Yeah, except some of us are older. That wasn't exactly when I was a child, but I did see that opening night at the movie theater.
He was born to play John Wick. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Yeah, because he says 5 things
Doesn't
in the movie.
matter, man. He's skilled with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And nonverbal communication sometimes is hard to do.
Yeah. Ask Steve-O.
Nope, that would not apply to him.
That's not a problem for him at all.
But what he's saying, it's because I did that short film recently, and I didn't have any lines, and I had to convey every.
And he nailed
that
role.
I forgot about that.
I had to convey creepy.
Yep.
Okay, you're right. That's true.
Huh?
Thank you.
It was really difficult.
Yep.
Because I'm a talker.
I would.
Yes, you are.
Maybe that should be on my bucket list. Should I be in a movie? Maybe it's something. Maybe I should be in a movie.
I was in a movie. You could see the back of my head.
I was also an extra in a movie. I was typing on the board. I'm not going to say what movie it was because I didn't know what movie it was in the beginning, and then it turned out to
Mine
be
was
not
about
the best.
trafficking.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Someday,
yeah, remember that?
If you ever do a podcast or go into radio because you're here and you've got the itch and you're missing it, you've got to do a segment called the bucket list.
Ooh,
that's great.
The bucket list.
Huh.
Good.
Okay. Not a bad idea.
So I wouldn't be there because there's not really a TAM. I mean, if it was a TAM bucket list too.
No. Why do you have to insert yourself into everything?
Well, I'm just saying because everyone's saying
because we're Timbuktu.
Because people like Timbuktu, and so I didn't know
People do.
if I was jumping in on the bucket list.
I'm just trying to give you guys ideas for
That's what I mean.
Your virtual reality future.
All right, we're done, guys.
Are we really? I feel like we haven't done anything today.
That's crazy.
I feel like I just wasted 2 hours of my life.
Wow. Is that how people feel about our show? They just
I feel like nothing
I just wasted 2
substantial happened
hours
today.
We talked about
Except
virtual
Tam
reality.
came in. Exactly.
What?
We did. I screamed.
Ready Player One? I mean, that's going to be amazing, right?
Yeah.
There's so many ways you could, Gosh, take that in. It's an enjoyable
I'd just like
80s.
to apologize to everybody for the last 2 hours.
You got to have Brody on, and he talked.
We did a round of basket call. We talked about how to avoid awkward conversations.
What's basket call?
People threw their phones in the garbage.
Yeah, for tickets to Red.
Oh,
great.
Are you guys going to go see Lacey?
Red's in concert Saturday, right?
Yeah.
That's the 31st. That's what my mom was saying. Lacey
She's
Sturm,
awesome.
too, right?
Yeah.
You're awesome, Buck.
We talked
so
about
are you, Tam.
speed dating at a retirement home.
Yep.
Whoa.
We brought back Reader's Digest because we're old.
What makes you happy? We told you.
How
what
long
makes you
would
happy.
speed dating take in a retirement home?
Exactly.
Would it be like a 35, 40-minute
You're gonna
process?
have to go back and listen to the
Probably about an
podcast.
hour.
We
Go
talked
back,
in
Buck,
depth
and
about
listen.
it.
You missed the
Just go
first
back.
2
No, I
hours,
won't
bro.
go listen.
Maybe it will be shorter because they know what what matters in life.
We talked about what makes you happy and what gives you cancer in your home.
that's
So
right.
I mean, come
I think the first 2 hours were probably just the taste of what happened in the last 2 hours. So.
Wow.
You know what? Goodbye. See you later.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
I'm Heidi, and here's what's happening. Sagebrush Church invites you to join them for worship and an engaging message for Easter weekend. They'll have services for kids and students, including an egg hunt and awesome giveaways for preschool through 5th grade. Celebrate Holy Week with Legacy as they gather together for a special Good Friday service on March 30th at 6:30 p.m. Just 3 days later, celebrate the victory of Christ's resurrection and experience Easter at Legacy April 1st at 9 a.m. If you're in Las Cruces, Mesilla Park Community Church invites you to join them at the El Paso Road campus to celebrate Easter. Services are at